life. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm pretty much content with just rhyming all day.
Or digital can instantly share pictures.
I can start. Hello. I am sorry, but I must interrupt this show.
Later, you know what it is. Hey, ham solo. It's time, baby. Low. Let's turn out we do. Hey.
They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we gone. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we in. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said we gone. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right.
I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a whip. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you in red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you red fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blizzard. Got you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today.
Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make you bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another installment of BullSittin on TSWS Gaming. I'm your host, Slope7, and joining me as always, my fellow co-host, Mr. Ham. Solo, looking fresh with the haircut. The man that licks games. The only one that knows how to lick digital games. Mr. Matt likes games. Our 55-year-old tech expert, Mr. Mental Niner. barely geriatric. 55, barely geriatric. And and of course, the only reason anyone even shows up to TSWS, the Nintendo goddess herself, Cozy Beluga. Before we start, Cozy, are you feeling rosy?
You know it.
Please tell us why.
Recently it's actually because I got a new headset.
Ooh.
We'll see
Nice.
how this one goes. I don't like to buy the most expensive headsets because I'm rough on things, especially
What is that?
headsets. I got one with JBL.
Looks like
JBL's good. JBL's good brand for audio.
I like their wired ones, so I was like, let me try their wireless one. So we'll see how long these last because yes, I am heavy on headsets specifically. Other like controllers, not too heavy on. Headsets, absolutely. I'll have it destroyed in a month. We'll see.
We were actually discussing that the other day, a couple of weeks ago, with Ty and Oshus, that like I can go through an entire generation with one controller.
You don't pay for competitive FPS. That's what we discovered.
Did I put that? I put that in the chat. I was listening to you guys talk. I put that in the chat.
Yeah.
No way. Just playing through Gears 5 Horde mode.
Multiplayer. Yeah.
I didn't realize that ruined my controller until someone said something. It was like, because I was like, I specified the right bumper. And then someone was like, do you play Gears
for the
5?
active reload.
And I was like, yes, how did you know? And it was like, that game ruins.
So there's nothing else that you do that with, Cozy. Get real.
But I never
There's
said,
no other game that uses the
I
RB button like that.
But the thing is, I didn't even know because Gears 5 was the first one that I actually dedicated time to the Horde mode.
Yeah, it's some good stuff.
And
okay, so
yeah. But I'm
It's
feeling
been like that in Gears forever, though.
I didn't. Well, how would I know?
It was Judgment was the one game that confused.
I'm not a filthy Xbox scrub, so I wouldn't know these things. Like I literally only got an Xbox because the Xbox One X, the Gears 5 one, I thought it looked really cool.
The blue one or the ice one, right?
The ice one with the little skeleton face. I was like, that's a cool device.
That was a really cool looking console.
Yeah, I have that one.
That's the only
kind of wild. kind of wild. But buying a console because of what the box looks like. That's when
Hey,
I grow
dude,
up. I want to be
That's not
just
that
like
wild.
you.
That's not wild.
that's
Like,
how I do it.
I can find a
I've
game
never
to play
done it.
anywhere. I can find a game to play anywhere. There's no place that you can tell me like there's absolutely no games to play.
I've seen tons of consoles. I was like, "Ooh, that's
Can you
nice."
find a game on the Ouya? But you can't.
Yes.
No.
I mean because it's
D-
wait,
doesn't have Steam. Doesn't it have Steam?
The Ouya?
isn't
Uh,
it just
Ouya's just Android, right?
yeah, but I can find games on Android.
That's fair.
there's no games on Android.
No,
It's
no,
Is
just
it-
no.
SPF
No, no. Let me
published.
tell you. Initially, Monument Valley was
Mhm.
and I don't know if it's not now, but at Monument Valley, I had an Android device specifically because I wanted to play Monument Valley. I
Never
keep
heard
up
of
with
it.
games wherever. Yeah, because you don't keep up with games wherever they are, and I do.
Clearly. Mental. How you doing? What you been playing?
Uh, I've been playing older games. So I've started playing A Plague Tale, the first one,
Let's go.
Mm,
and I'm also playing
Nice.
Doom Eternal, which I want to wrap up before the Dark Ages
Before
comes
the-
out. And
Not long now. Less
Yeah.
than a month.
Man,
I'm getting around. I
Golly.
think I'm about 70 or 80% done. Something
you know
like
what?
that.
I'm going to
so.
start Doom Eternal. Thank you. I'm going to start Doom Eternal.
And you're not gonna
yeah.
like it because
I-
it requires you to. It's a first-person game, and you're gonna have to actually, use your controller.
Yeah,
It might
I
break.
But
finished Doom 2016 and then went straight into it. So
yeah,
Is
I
that your
played
first time playing
2016 back
Eternal?
in the day. As soon as it came out.
what was that, Matt?
Mental.
Is that your first time playing Eternal?
No, I've played
Okay.
it on PC and Xbox, and now I'm playing it on PlayStation.
Okay. Nice.
So and I bought the special edition for PC for Doom Dark Ages. I found it for 20% off. So
I'm thinking
I
about
thought,
it.
hey,
Thinking about it. I want to get the early access. It's only 2 days, but I want it.
yeah,
Doing it badly. I have some good news, guys. I forgot to announce right before we started, but
Who cares about your good news?
Xbox got tired. Come on, Ham. At least one person cares. Xbox got tired of me shitting on them about Game Pass not being
Are you
available
a
in
cease and
Mozambique.
desist? Right?
No, not yet. They got tired of me taking a crap on them about Game Pass not being like PC Game Pass not being
PC?
in Mozambique.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone actually reached out. We chatted in the DMs, and guess what?
What?
Chicken
Did-
butt. 5 cents a cup. Go around the
Did
corner.
your
and
brother
heat it up.
say that he can play Game Pass in Mozambique? And you're like, finally?
Finally!
Is it coming or is it there? Or is,
Available in Texas.
Oh my god! no, it works now. It works now. It's fine.
oh shit! Let's
Yeah,
go.
but
That's
I
really
put it
that's
in
really
person.
cool. Congratulations.
It wasn't.
Yeah, that's
yeah, but
amazing.
But it
That is
wasn't
a
a
big
blockage
deal.
on Mozambique.
That's a big
Yeah,
deal.
it wasn't a blockage on Mozambique. It was something to do with my account. So they sorted that out on their
What? Wait,
Wow.
time
Yeah,
out.
something was up with my account.
Wow,
What?
that's not good.
that's crazy.
Something was up with my account.
How long was something up with your account for?
Yeah.
Dude, I've had issues with my Ham. How long has it been? Like a year, two?
No,
'Cause I
right
used to
now,
have Game
right
Pass.
now, I'm not sure if I want to talk to you.
Did I have issues since you contacted that Nigerian prince?
Oh my,
Right.
bite me, Cozy.
No.
There
No.
was-
I got the question that Matt has, and I'm like gonna have to
Which
stand
is-
on that. Like, how long has your account been
If I'm being serious,
affected?
I think about 2 years. Yeah, I think about 2 years.
Oh my!
Jesus, that's a long
Why?
time,
Wait,
right?
why did you let it go that long?
Because I
What is
just
wrong
saw it
with
and I was
you?
like, fuck it. But this
No,
last
that's not
2
how it
weeks,
works. That is not how it
well,
works.
the last 2 weeks,
But it
I got
was.
in touch with someone that I know works at Microsoft in South Africa. Emailed, we chatted. They got me in touch with someone else, and then it went from one thing to the next thing. Next thing they were like, "Yo, dude, check your account." I checked it. Boom, it works now.
You got money to not worry about your account.
Let's go.
What do you mean? No, but I had Game Pass on the console. I just didn't have it on the PC.
That's still you got money, not worry about your account.
But to be
Like
fair to
I'm losing
Loke,
my value.
What are you talking?
loosely to be fair to
Okay.
Loke, I
Okay.
don't like. I mean, he only really started playing on PC in the last what 8 months. We'll
Don't
call
give
it.
me
No,
this.
no, it's
Don't
six
give me this.
months.
Don't
Six
give me
months.
this. Don't give
He's
me
right.
this.
He's right. He's
I'm
right.
just saying
Don't give me this.
but still,
No.
6 months without is still kind of.
No.
That's still not
Like if I'm
good.
No, I
paying you for
was
something,
ready
I'm
to
gonna
go to
investigate money.
war for Loke for not having Game Pass in Mozambique. I was ready to go to war for bro for that. And this
Yeah.
whole time,
He's been like,
this
I'm just gonna
fraud
give
has just
money to
been
them.
sitting there with a busted ass account.
He just made an
But I
oopsie.
didn't do it. It wasn't a problem on my end, Ham, because I didn't do anything. One
No,
day
You
I
just
woke
told
up.
me just moments ago that you seen something. You were just like, fuck it.
what the heck is wrong?
What does that mean?
No, as in I saw it, I complained, nothing happened. I moved on with my life. And then like Matt's
Fair enough.
saying, I started getting into PC more and more and more. And then what happens? I get this monster rig, and every time I turn on the fucking PC, I'm seeing the Xbox logo. Then it's pissing me off all the fucking time, right? And I was like, you know what? I want my Xbox Game Pass PC. I want it. I want it now. So I sat down last week and I was like, I'm going to start bothering people. I started bothering people, and then things happened. And here we are. I now have Game Pass on my PC.
Well, nonetheless, congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
felt dirty. It just
There's
felt
some
like
extra,
a
though.
dirty fucking
There's
win. That
there's
was
some
a
extra, though.
nasty win.
There's some extra, Ham.
What's extra?
What's extra?
Got a
What's good?
got a couple months free.
Damn.
But
Because it
how?
wasn't my
Be-
problem.
be-
Because it
oh,
wasn't my
because
problem.
it was screwed up. Yeah, good on
It
you. Then.
wasn't on
Good.
my end. Yeah.
Good on you
Good.
for that.
Yeah.
For that, 100% good on you.
That's
once
good to
again,
hear.
once
So-
again, we can. Xbox is bad at many things, but you know what? Very good about customer care. Bento, you had a question.
What are you playing?
So, do you have like Game
Doom.
Pass Ultimate again, or is it
No,
just
I've
on
always
PC?
been paying. This whole time, I've been paying Ultimate
Oh.
the whole time,
Yeah.
but I've only been utilizing console, and I wasn't too bothered because I had my little laptop, and it was like I only really play like Football Manager and Elden Ring on it. And now that I've got this thing, I was just like, dude, I need to start using this and PC Game Pass more often. So I started bothering people last week, and the ball got rolling.
Good.
Hey,
you go.
hey, the comment section is popping off. Called Classic Cage. Yeah.
Yo.
There's no other way. It's PCMR. The Guinea, welcome in, says we're only here for cozy. Fuzzy
Of course.
Tomato.
Dirtbag.
Fuzzy Tomato, welcome in. Batitkis Prime. Happy Friday to you, my good sir. And Ray Chi. Welcome.
Good to see you,
Um,
Classic Cage. Good to see you.
Yeah. Ham, how are you? What you been playing?
Oh man, I've been kind of stuck in like a circle of playing old games, and not like very old
on.
games, not like super old, right? Some of them are kind of old, right? Like, but like I definitely have neglected like my 64 and like my Sega and stuff like that. I've neglected them because I haven't gone back and played those quite yet. What I have been playing as of lately has been like I busted out Tomb Raider 2013. Been playing that game. I'm not
Nice.
sure if I mentioned, but I did beat South of Midnight. That was good. That was a
Yep.
really good story. Great. I ended up giving it a 8.4 for the story. The combat was just not good for me though, so it just couldn't get any higher. But like the story was so impactful, the music was impactful, the art was great, the game ran good, except for one fight. One fight was not good, but everything else was fine. Let's see. what is it? I've been playing Stalker 2 again, and I don't know. I just can't stop playing that game. The gunplay is just so good, and I enjoy it. Assassin's Creed Shadows, and that's kind of it. It's been a bit of a mixture, I guess, between some new games and some old games. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. All right.
Nothing
Good
too
stuff.
exciting.
Good stuff. Stanley Francois, welcome in. Cult Classic Cage, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Says happy
Nice.
Friday, fam. Much love. Thank you so much for continuing to support TSW.
I'll never not be amazed how Laura Croft just never breaks anything.
What do you mean she never breaks anything?
Except her,
Like-
her neck.
Like I just like it just seems like I'm just going through it. Like I am at. So if you remember Tomb Raider 2013, one of the last things I did was I put this bell through a floor,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I've been fighting these dudes off of these zip lines, shit. And it's been it's been a really good experience. Like, I've never beat it before, so this is my first time playing it. I wanted to try to catch up and run through all of them because I know that Crystal Dynamics is working on a Tomb Raider game.
Yeah.
And I want to be caught up by the time. So it's not like something I'm super rushing, but it's something that I know I can beat this first one and beat a couple other games that I've been looking to play for a little while. Like I need to beat BioShock Infinite. I beat BioShock 1 and 2.
Nice.
I need to beat Infinite. It's a really good start of the game. I played the beginning of that game and it fucking was weird.
I was watching him play it too. It was great.
It was,
Shit was great.
it was weird.
He was flabbergasted. He couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it was a moment. It was a whole moment.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess I've been playing Mass Effect as well. But anyways, I'm not
Nice.
That's a lot of
talking
games. That's a lot of games.
Well, I streamed Mass Effect on
Yeah.
Thursday, yesterday.
Cozy, you said something. You're muted.
You're muted.
I don't know what that
Nerd,
was.
yes. Said nerd. Said nerd.
That's
Cult Classic Cage says Tomb Raider 2013 is one of my all-time favorites.
Hell yeah.
Tortoise Hawaii, mahalo, welcome in. Says video games, my favorite. Fuzzy says, I remember saying months ago the South of Midnight reminded me of Sandman comics, and it's super obvious by the end of the game that someone had compulsion. Yes, especially the guy that you dance on the stage with. I'm forgetting his name. But the guy that you dance with on the stage definitely reminds me of Sandman. Mortal Kombat death scenes. Yeah. The death scenes in Tomb Raider they are gruesome.
Got a pipe through her neck.
Dude, the worst one for me, it was the spikes. It has to be the spikes for me.
Bro, I remember watching. I don't know if he still does it. I haven't kept up in a long time. But there was a thing that Conan O'Brien used to do called like Clueless Gamer, and one of the games they played was Tomb Raider 2013, and there was a moment where she was going down the water and he was supposed to turn, he didn't turn, the pipe goes right through her neck, and Conan just goes, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, that was classic. That was so funny.
He's just shocked.
Damn. So
That was awesome.
Clearly he's not a gamer.
No,
No,
not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
That's what makes it good.
All right.
Problem is, if he does those
but-
shows too often, then he will become a gamer, and then
And then
it
it
won't be
won't
as
be
funny because he'll be
fun.
better at it, right?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like a famous person that actually knows how to play games would garner attention regardless. Like Henry Cavill, for example, he
Gonna
seems like
just
a
say
capable
that.
gamer. I think if he started streaming once a week, he'd get numbers.
Oh, he
I think
would.
he'd get
He
numbers.
would,
Cozy, you're muted.
but he doesn't
Cozy,
need
you're
numbers.
muted.
Stop, Loke. He would obviously get numbers because nerd dudes love to circle jerk to him. He's like, probably, their favorite
Is that
poster. They probably have body
why is that
pillows.
a problem?
No, I'm
Why
just
is this
saying
a
that
problem?
that's why he would get numbers.
Oh, not because he's a celebrity, he knows how to game.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so Cozy, tell us which celebrity do you think would be able to receive viewers, not because people already love them.
There is no such thing as a celebrity who would be able to receive viewers because people already love them. People would watch them just because they love them.
I
Yeah,
can tell you, celebrity people would watch because they hate.
sure, but they'd still be
If
watching.
Rachel Zegler started streaming tomorrow,
I gotta look up who Rachel Zegler is now.
I mean,
I'm just
so
saying she'd get 100K.
That's the person.
but
I
the
think
problem is
latest.
the problem is she's still like
What's
basically
the
attractive.
Snow White, the newest Snow White movie.
It doesn't matter. Like a lot of people complaining
Is it
about
Snow
the
White?
Snow White movie
That's
are
Yes,
Snow
not
White, yeah.
yes.
like a lot of people complaining about that movie are not. You're not even the target audience. You're not gonna it's like the same people that are like
Well.
Henry Cavill are the same people that
I don't
like,
think there was a target audience.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's the
say
problem.
that.
No, I don't think no,
Yeah.
it's not that I think it's a target audience, but it's like a
No,
lot of like
I think there was.
it's basically it's a lot of
Oh,
dudes complaining about it.
okay, there was a target audience. You're right, look, there was, but that target audience was
Pretty
it
small.
didn't make sense because you're using another known story to make another story. You know
Yeah,
what I
just
mean?
make a new movie.
And I can understand why people didn't like it. Like it's just it's as simple as making the Flash slow. Like it's just like it just doesn't.
What are you
like
doing?
you can say, hey, there's an audience that wants to be able to see Flash when he runs by,
It's not a lot of people though.
but a lot of
No.
people
Yeah.
want to see that.
I'm saying that
It
so
just
with
is
her,
what it is.
with her it still wouldn't change the equation. It's like you have to pick someone who honestly people don't really want to see at all.
I don't understand what you're saying, Cozy.
So any celebrity is going to get views because they're a celebrity. Because they already people even in negative spaces, they cluster themselves around already heavily negative spaces. You see
they'll-
something negative, your average person that sees
People will tune in, at least for the first episode, and then
Well,
after that,
There's a type
still
of
gone.
tuning in too. There's a type of tuning
Yeah.
in, right?
a lot of people
Like,
would be there just to
we-
see a train wreck, right?
We will want like some people are willing to see you on TMZ, but aren't going to pay to see you in the theater.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like if you're
Yeah.
trending on TMZ for whether it's doing good or bad, it's like, okay, that's great. I get to see you on here because I don't have to go outside of my way to pay for you.
I mean, but there are also people who, in general, who just I think movie culture is increasingly an older people thing.
What are you trying to say?
I'm sorry. As a film lover, movies are increasingly an older people thing, except for the big blockbusters that everyone can talk about.
I haven't
Like
set
Minecraft.
foot in a theater in probably a decade. So
Most people don't
Same.
even. Most younger people don't even have attention span to watch a fucking movie.
and that was to see a movie with my daughter. I can't even remember what it was, but before that, I couldn't tell you. It was probably like, I don't know, The Matrix or something. I have no idea.
You-
What
No,
Wait,
and
you
I
didn't go to
wasn't-
watch Endgame? You didn't watch Endgame at the cinema?
No.
And I
Oh
know
my
this
god,
because
dude!
I'm
Don't care.
I'm movie people. Movie people are increasingly old. I'm movie people.
Oh man.
The
I don't know.
last
I think the types of fame has just expanded, and you can just, I mean, you can say that there's still plenty of movie fame, but there's just a different way at looking at the numbers. I was talking to Matt about this, I think,
I agree with that.
yesterday, and I thought it was really interesting. I was seeing something from DJ Academics where he was talking about
What are you doing,
50,000
Tortoise Away?
sales today is like 500,000 or 500,000 sales a
Back in
long
the
time
day.
ago. And it's just because people have so much more access to stuff
Yeah, Spotify and stuff.
to
man.
where it's just like when there's 50,000 sales of something, it's amazing. Like, and he was talking about first week out on like albums, right? Compared to back in the day where everybody had to buy the album to listen to it, compared to now where it's just like, I'm just gonna go to YouTube or I'm just gonna say, hey, Alexa, play this.
Yeah,
Spotify.
good old days. Standing in line to get that 8-track. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm not that old. I'm
You're
not that
standing
old.
Tortoise
in line
Away.
for anything. It's just like almost you just don't really do it anymore unless you're paying for groceries.
There's
And
a
hell, you could do
guy.
that. You could order that too.
bro
Yeah.
just
There's
got
a
groceries
YouTuber.
delivered today.
Not gonna lie.
There's a YouTuber a couple of weeks ago who actually started standing in line to get the next Switch.
Wow.
I mean,
He's
Yeah.
already camping outside right now.
Old school.
God
Yeah.
bless them, keeping it alive. I guess
It's just him though.
that's what I'm saying. It's not
Just
going to
him.
be much competition. He didn't need to come out there that early, But
Yeah.
Yeah, keep
don't
in
know.
mind he has a ton of followers and stuff like that already. So
So it's like
yeah,
content.
it's not
for
like
him.
So
a
making it
random
yeah.
person that's doing it. It's a person that's doing it to continue to gain
for
clout.
content. Yeah.
content.
No,
Yeah, that's
content.
fine.
that.
I mean, that's his
Like
that's his
Speed going to
prerogative.
China and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to do, hey, I've waited outside for stuff before, but never like days in advance. That's insane.
No,
Like, I've waited
do that.
outside, and I didn't even really wait outside. I waited outside for like maybe 5 hours total, 4 hours total. But like I slept in my car for like 6 hours.
God damn.
I just went and put my like seat down, right?
Yeah.
And like me and this person just took shifts back and forth, right? Because
Sure.
we wanted to buy something, right? And that's how it was back in the day.
What was the last thing that you stood in line for him with that?
The last
type
thing I
of
stood in line
dedication?
for was my 3080.
How many hours?
Oh yeah.
I stood in line for my 3080 for 9 hours.
9
Not
hours.
stood in line, but like was back and forth to my
Was
car.
there? Yeah.
Worth it? Worth it?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
If I'm looking at prices
asking.
now today,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Messed
yeah.
up. It's very
Yeah.
bad.
It is.
Matt.
Because I
Yo,
was able to go all out and get the whole big warranty and everything, and I left with my 3080 at $1,000,
Yeah. You.
and I got like a 2-year Micro Center warranty.
What are you doing today?
And I mean that's out and stuff now, right? The warranty and everything is out, but like I was new to computers and everything, and I was super happy for all
You'd
of that.
have a
right?
hard time getting a lot better performance for that same dollar today. Like
yeah.
you would
Yeah,
have a
it's
hard
struggle.
time.
Unclench.
Yeah, man. This guy, he needs to relax. It's
I
Friday.
saw
bro.
his comment. I was like, where did that come from? I'm like I'm looking through comments to see who was talking about it and shit.
No,
I'm
it's just him.
I was so confused. I thought I blacked out. Jeez.
Matt,
Yo.
please tell us how you are, what you've been playing, and also what was the last thing that you stood in line for? And Nate, welcome
Oh.
in. How you doing?
The last thing I stood in line for would have been Modern Warfare 3.
Mhm.
20 when did that come out? 2010, 11? Something like that. Modern Warfare 3. My brother went to the midnight launch where he lived in West Virginia. I went to the midnight launch where I lived.
Country
We got home
roads.
and we played until like 4 a.m.
You
Uh,
didn't ask me that question.
outside of that, I would
We're
assume
gonna get to you, Cozy,
he's going to go
relax.
through everybody.
Modern
Um,
Warfare. You wasted your time on waiting in line for that?
yes, I did
Yeah.
because it was very much worth it. With the amount of time I put into the game, it was very much worth it.
Because you don't understand. It's
No,
fine.
it doesn't, and
We
that's
She don't
understand.
understand.
that's
I don't
cool.
get it.
Nothing wrong with that.
We understand.
As for what I've been
I
playing,
remember.
I remember.
dude, I've been all over the place. South of Midnight, I still need to beat it. I'm on chapter. I think I just started chapter 11 of South of
Dang.
Midnight.
Let's go. Who's your favorite
So,
character so far, Matt? Who's your favorite character?
my favorite character so far. Funny enough, my favorite character so far is probably I can't remember his name. I just blanked on it. The dude who switched to the Rougarou, who turned into the Rougarou. That is my favorite character.
Laurent.
Yes, Laurent.
Yeah,
So
Laurent.
far, Laurent's my favorite character.
I love him. I love him.
But I'm enjoying that. I got to finish that. Maybe I'll try and finish
Yo,
that
what
this
are we
week.
dragons? Welcome.
Dragon.
Try to finish
See how
what?
that
Watch
goes.
the dragon.
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed. I've been playing Assassin's Creed a little bit. I got the thing remastered. I streamed that on Monday. I streamed that. Shit. I mean, I'm all over the place, dude. It doesn't make any sense. I'm playing too many things, honestly. I should be focusing on just South of Midnight and getting that done, and then getting ready for Expedition 33 because that's coming out in like what 8 days.
Oh,
So
Man, shit, I'm not
it's
ready.
it's a problem because I got to finish South of Midnight, and then there's no way I'm finishing Shadows before Expedition 33. So I'm
no,
gonna be playing.
no.
I'm gonna be playing both of those at the same time, and
Yeah.
that's gonna
And
be
then
an issue.
Doom.
And then Doom is gonna come out in the middle of all that shit,
Good times.
and
Good
that's
times.
gonna be an issue. So
You-
and at some point this month, there's supposed to be an Oblivion remake that comes out this month, and if that comes out, then that's gonna fuck everything.
I don't think
So-
that's coming out this month.
No,
I
it's
don't
not
know,
coming
but
this
that's
time.
the rumor.
They're gonna give
But,
it
like,
time. They're gonna give it time.
I don't think they
You've
will.
just
I don't think they're
highlighted
gonna
exactly why I don't have Game Pass anymore.
Why?
Yeah. Well,
Never,
too much
like,
shit.
I always felt like there was just no time to play the games. So I
Big
never
time.
played most of them. And the amount that I
You just
did
kept
play, I
paying.
could just buy.
You just
So-
make time. That's what you do. You make time.
It
Yeah.
was
Oh,
cheaper to
okay.
just buy. Makes sense.
But that's what I've
Yeah.
been playing. Oh, and I
Yeah.
started a new save. I didn't need to do this. It's not helping anything. I started a new game
Okay.
on Cyberpunk.
Of course you did.
So
Of course you
there's
did.
that as well. That's
Yeah.
what I've been playing.
That makes sense, bro. I'm just saying. It makes sense. Always start a new save of Cyberpunk. everyone.
I've never
Take
beat the
notes.
game on Corpo. I beat it multiple times on other characters, but never Corpo.
Uh-huh.
So I made a Corpo. And
Right on.
now I'm gonna play that.
I've done Corpo. Actually, no, I've done all three. It's fine.
Yeah, I've done all three too.
Yeah. Car Classic K says, I waited out in the rain for hours, starting at 4 a.m. for a Series X. I brought my camp chair with the little overhead umbrella thing. LMAO, I was chilling.
No.
What?
Let's
Yeah.
4
go.
a.m. in the morning.
No.
Man,
Why not?
the
Hey,
last
man.
thing I did that, I think it was Halo 4. Lined up at Best Buy,
Mhm.
going to get Halo 4.
Not Halo 4.
That was your
Halo
last
the
time?
only one I didn't
Yeah.
get. Yeah. That was the only one
Was
I
it
Cozy,
didn't
worth
what's
it,
the last
Benson?
one you did it at?
The last one, Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Okay.
Worth it?
Yeah, actually we had like a little mini Pokemon tournament while waiting for the game. Right, 'cause my
Nice,
friend,
nice.
he managed GameStop, so he was like, I need people to create, like, be basically gym leaders, and like people in waiting in line can fight.
Nice. Okay.
That's pretty
Okay.
cool.
I can see
I
how.
was the bug trainer.
There you
So
go.
the time kept on going. Oh, look at you.
Still have the disc.
And was
Oh,
that worth
let's
it,
go.
Mental?
Was it worth it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I met a bunch of my buddies there, right? So we just got online and started playing them as soon as everybody's home. Like I
Yeah.
said, a 4-person co-op, right?
Mm-hmm.
We had a blast.
And atrociously under. I'll tell you what. I know 343 gets a lot of shit, especially for Halo 5. A lot
Yeah.
of shit.
Halo
But
4
dude,
was good.
Halo 4 was legitimately very good. All they did
Yeah.
was they took what Reach did and said we're gonna make it better, and everybody was like, "We don't like that." Well,
How dare you?
you loved Reach, so we made it better. Get over it.
No.
Dude. Halo 4 is so underrated. It
I agree.
Frustrates me.
I remember sword fighting in the parking lot for
Yeah,
ODST launch.
dude. Our ODST launch was small. It was kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
ODST
that
was
dope.
good too.
ODST is very good.
ODST was
I
fire.
have
Oh,
got
Halo
that
3
disc,
launch was fire. 4 was fire. What was that? Reach. Amazing.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
Reaches was amazing for sure. Like
they need a
Reaches was
farming
really
sim.
3 was the first launch I ever went to.
Look, you look lost.
Yeah, I don't know what this.
I'm
I don't
not
know what this
lost.
camera is, but 3 was the first one I ever went to, and I remember I saved money from my paper route to get the legendary edition. I walked in, the guy was really cool.
Paper
behind the
routes.
line.
How old are you?
At this time, I was Halo 3 came out in 2007. I would have
Mhm.
been. I was 12 because I would have been. No, I was 13. I was 13 years old. So I saved the money, went in. I waited in line, like the biggest line at that point I'd ever seen at a GameStop.
Mhm.
And I got in, and the guy's like, "Do you have your ID?" Because I'm tall, but I'm obviously a kid. And I'm like, "Of course I don't have my ID." And he's like, "I'm just fucking with you." And he's like, "Just give us like the rest of the money to pay off your pre-order, and you're good." I got that shit. It probably like a top 5 happiest moment in terms of gaming. Probably like a top
Wow.
5 happiest moment of my life was getting that giant fucking legendary edition box with the helmet inside and going home. I skipped school the next day. Shout out to my mom who let me do that. But
Nice.
I,
Priorities.
dude, I stayed up until like 7 a.m. and I slept for like 2 hours because I couldn't sleep because all I wanted to do was play Halo 3. And I woke up and played all day.
And your mom was like, "Yeah, no problem."
Man,
She was like, "Yeah, no problem. But the next day you're going to school, so enjoy it."
In
but you're
whatever
going back to
condition
school.
you're in.
Yeah, you're going back to school. So.
What are you showing us there, Mental? What is that?
I've got all the Halo games on disc. Every single one of them.
Again, you're
Let's
better
go.
than the rest of us.
It's hard to see because of
Yeah.
the bloody blue screen, but
Yeah, we can
Halo
see it.
4,
We can
there's
see.
Reach. I've got Infinite.
Oh, nice.
Halo 5.
You trying to think you're better
Master
than the rest
Chief.
of us. We don't
God damn.
ODST.
I have
Yo.
Look at
Halo
me.
3.
Okay.
Halo 2. And the original.
It's okay. Not all of us play Halo.
Well, you should. Damn it.
That's
all I'm going to say about
I
that.
have taste.
No, you
Alright.
don't.
Shut up.
You think
What is
you
that,
do.
Matt? Matt, you're muted. You're on mute.
It's a limited edition box for Reach that I don't have the
Nice.
disc for
Why don't you
anymore
have the disc?
because it got lost
Okay.
in a move. But I do have the book that it came with, and it's stuffed with all the things that were
Books.
inside the box.
You failed us.
And it still smells like GameStop. It still smells like 2010 GameStop.
That's
So-
disgusting.
It smells.
I was
No,
going
it
to
smells
ask,
like,
what does that even smell like?
It smells like.
What's the smell?
You know how when you
Wet
know how when you
Cheetos.
order. You know what it smells like? Here's what it smells like. It
Wet
smells like.
Cheetos.
It smells like smelly nerds stored in a
No.
box.
Here's what it smells like. It smells like
What's
ham.
it
I know
smell
you
like?
know the smell. The smell of your Steam Deck.
Okay.
like
I
that
know what you're
new.
talking about.
Yeah, it smells like that.
No, it smells like Matt in a storage bin.
Right.
I've never been to storage bin, but sure.
Smells muggy.
Yeah, smells like
Dude, I smell
outside
great. I
and
go out of my
inside
way
at
to
the same
smell
time.
great because I am fat and I have to. So
You smell like outside, Matt.
I do not. I smell like sugar cookies. Shout out to Old Spice sugar cookies body wash.
What I smell is the headline of today's show.
Oh,
Before this
Boo!
gets too awkward,
Just kidding.
So tired of talking about the same game.
This is not the same game. This is the greatest game of all
No,
time.
I
it
legit
really.
don't know why this is here, so this is gonna be interesting. I know it's not the show.
I
So
guarantee if Bloke says it's the greatest game of all time, it's the opposite of that.
Obviously, like this is below trash, but here we are, right? This is a movie masquerading as a game, but we have to
you
do
can't
it.
say that, Luke.
We have to do it.
You can't say
Why
that.
can't I say it? Why can't I say it?
Because you of all people can't say that.
Why?
Because you
What do
like
you mean?
Kojima.
Yeah, you're
What?
a Kojima.
What do you mean
stan.
why?
You love
Ah,
Kojima.
come
You
on.
talk
Kidding
about
me.
like movies masquerading.
Yeah,
as games.
I don't
Dude.
like video games that pretend they're movies. I just like everything Kojima's ever done. Come on,
Listen,
go
listen,
on.
listen. The Last of Us.
Oh man.
Last of Us. Listen, The Last of
Just
Us.
This is a
Nice.
Here's
great
the
movie
loop.
video game.
Here's the loop. Here's the loop for The Last of Us.
Ship this
20
man.
minutes. 20 minutes of gameplay. 30 minutes cutscene. Another 20.
We talking about
45
Kojima or The
minute
Last of
cutscene.
Us?
That's The Last of Us. Kojima is 2 hours of gameplay, 1 hour of cutscenes. There's a lot more gameplay in Kojima's games, in my opinion. It's a lot more gameplay.
I mean, I
I
can't
disagree.
disagree with that. I can't.
I
Disagree.
disagree, but
I
yeah,
can't disagree with that.
Well,
Like,
Ham's the last one that
like,
actually kind of
The
played those
amount of
games.
time that I probably put into Death Stranding is the entire series of Last of Us.
And that's a ton of gameplay, Matt.
The
I know,
entire
I
series
hate
of Last of Us. I mean, there's more gameplay in Death Stranding. There is.
Dude, Metal Gear.
Jeez. All right.
Even Metal Gear. Go back and play them, Matt. It's very nice and cute to
Well-
shit on those games,
Well,
but go back and play them, and you'll
Well-
see.
well,
These games, it's a lot of just press the command prompt that's on the screen and enjoy the little cutscene.
I still
It's a
think you're
cutscene
nuts
here, a
for.
cutscene there.
I still
What?
think you're nuts though, Luke, for being
Why?
mad at one's a story game and another one's a story game.
well, I'm not gonna play Metal Gear because I've already figured out. I've tried it multiple times. I've already figured out I don't like it. I'm not gonna continue saying that. I'll joke around about it, but I'm not gonna continue seriously shitting on the game. I already know I don't like it. It's not for me. Death Stranding to me did not have more
Yeah.
gameplay than Last of Us 1 or 2. Maybe
What are
more
you
than
talking
one.
about?
Maybe more
There's
than one.
way more.
It's a
way
longer
longer
game.
of a game.
Yeah, it's way longer of a game, sure. Okay. That's fine. Like,
What do you,
but that
how does
doesn't.
it not have more gameplay? Explain that.
Okay, so we're saying that because it's long, like the ratio of gameplay to cutscene is more because there's more. The game's longer, or is it?
There's also just more stuff to do.
There's just more gameplay to it.
Okay, I disagree,
Last
but
of
all right.
Us is more just looking at stuff and listening
Alright.
to people's feelings and emotions.
Like, I'm not saying it's prettier than The Last of Us because I think The Last of Us is a insanely looking game. It's a very tight in story and whatnot, but there was a ton more to do. Like after you beat the game in Death Stranding, there's still more to do.
Okay. Well, yeah,
There's
I mean, you're
side
not wrong.
stories.
You're not wrong about that.
What about Death
There's
Stranding?
there's just other stuff that you, in Last of Us. There's no real
Thanks, Batitkas. Make sure to like
thing to do
the
off to
video.
the side. Like it's just the story, and then it's over.
Okay. I just disagree with like Loke's 20 minutes gameplay, 3 minute.
It's a
Kind
shit series. All right. They
Okay.
should have stopped
Not a
at
shit
The Last of Us
series.
Part
Stop
1.
that.
They should
You're
have stopped at
tripping
Part
now, bro.
1.
You tripping?
Okay.
It is not a shit series.
Should have
Don't put
stopped
me
at
in
Part
that.
1.
Don't put me in the middle of that.
No, I'm the only one saying it. I'm the only one saying it.
Uh-uh.
Everyone here is a Neil Druckmann stan. All right. For me, I think this is beyond mid. Before we get into the next re-release, Cozy, what do you think about The Last of Us as a French franchise? It's only
Uh,
2 games,
I
but
thought
we're
the
talking
first
about a
game.
franchise. It's only
I
two.
thought the
You know
first
what?
game was great.
Sorry.
After that, I was out.
Lady of common sense. This is why we call her the Nintendo goddess. Common sense here. Uh, mental with your background. Tell us about The
Nintendo ain't
Last
got
of
no
Us.
common sense right now.
They do.
No.
Because how much has a Mario Kart sold?
They ain't got no
Also,
common.
I couldn't tell you.
also, Ham, if people are dumb enough, you have the obligation to make them pay.
Exactly. I don't understand these people. Like, I am all about milking people for what they
It's
really
why this game, Ham, it's why this game over here, look at the screen. It's why this game is getting re-released again. That's why. Because there's people to
Wait,
pay
is
for
it
Because of
is
common
it The
sense.
Last of Us or is it The Last of Us 2?
Yeah, what? How's it getting re-released again? What are we
It's
doing?
both of them. It's both of them. But just
Oh,
tell
they're
us how you feel
redoing
about
both
the
of them.
franchise.
The
Yeah, but what do you
complete.
think about the franchise?
So
Yeah,
The
complete.
collection.
so is it
Like,
they're
both
giving
games.
you both games in
Yeah.
one purchase? Is that what they're doing?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's still kind of whatever,
Okay.
but yeah.
So
I
it's
thought.
kind of like the Uncharted collection
Mhm.
where you get the first
Okay.
3 or whatever it
Yes.
is, right?
Got it.
Okay. Because I was thinking, like, what are they adding to it that makes it more complete?
That's
We'll
what
get
I
into the
was.
specifics.
Oh,
We'll
yeah,
get
there
into the
there is
specific.
something.
Right now,
There is
right,
something.
right now, I just want to get your take on the franchise. It's just 2 games, but it's a franchise. I just want to get your take on
So
the franchise.
I've played the first one 3 times,
Okay.
and I think it's a really good game. I've played the second one once, and I'll probably never play it again. And it's only for the reason that they killed off Joel. Spoiler alert, but who doesn't know that now?
Yeah, it's a
And
big
he was
spoiler.
my favorite character, so the game wasn't terrible. It was okay,
do you not
but
feel-
I definitely preferred the first one by a lot.
Mental, do you not feel like the problem is not that they killed off Joel? It's the way they did it.
No.
Yeah,
either
it
way,
was.
for me
Yeah,
personally. But I feel like the first game was a perfect game, and I don't really want to repeat it, or like I don't really need more
So
yeah, I really liked the first
unnecessary
one.
sequel. That's
It's
what
good.
it felt like.
Yeah,
I didn't really
and
care
I think a
about the
lot of
whole-
their choices were just to cause the controversy, right? I don't
it got
feel
people
like
talking.
it
Definitely
did,
got- it
but
definitely
mostly
got
in a
people talking.
negative way, probably.
Sure.
I don't know how well it did sales wise compared to the first one. Actually, that might
It
be an
sold pretty
interesting
well,
thing to
if
see.
I'm not
Did
mistaken.
it?
Yeah, I think it sold.
I think it
they were
sold
pretty.
pretty well.
They were pretty vocal
Yeah.
about it in the first year. I think
Yeah.
about how it sold.
Well, I
Um,
didn't get it until it was the PS5 release.
Wow.
That's
fair.
when I got Last of Us 2.
Whoa!
And I
whoa,
got talked
whoa.
into it.
Hold on.
Hold
What do you
on.
mean 2.8 million units? No, something's wrong here.
That must be an old article.
Yeah, there ain't no way.
Look, I
10
saw
million
you.
copies.
There we
10
go.
million copies.
I
Alright.
just
So
saw
the-
you. I just saw you
That,
in
that
the
was
chat.
That was part 1. Sorry, part 1 sold 15 million copies. Part 2
Mm.
sold 10 million copies. There we
Still
go.
50%
solid. That's
more.
good. I mean,
Uh,
that's great. But yeah, but
Yeah.
um,
So you're saying you saw me in the chat?
I saw something you put in the chat a second ago. I just
Well,
closed the chat about.
that I put
You
in
said
the
you
chat.
said the only game that has been re-released more is Skyrim, and on
Yeah.
my own accord, I just went to look that up. You said this
Okay.
has been released 8 times.
Yeah.
Skyrim is 7.
Bullshit.
I just looked it up, and this is from your buddies over at IGN from
Bullshit.
2025. From 2025, Skyrim has been re-released 7 times.
I don't know if it's
Wow.
the most I don't know if Last of Us is the most re-released game.
This
No
is the
way.
article. I'll put this article in.
No,
In
it
the
says here
private chat.
Skyrim's been re-released 17 times, bro.
Well, then I don't know. You got to get in touch with IGN because they're lying right here, bud. They are lying right here, dude.
I just googled it and it said 17 times.
This
Yeah, I
says
can't trust Google.
in total there have been
Oh
7
my
unique
God.
releases of Skyrim across 9 different platforms.
Sorry?
The article says in total there have been 7 unique releases of Skyrim released across 9
When was
different
this article made?
This has been updated. I don't know when it was made because it doesn't give me an official date that it was made. It says updated February 6th, 2025.
Something's up there. It doesn't sound right. Ham, does that sound right to you? That Skyrim's only been released 7 times. I don't think so, man.
Well, let's do it. Skyrim on 360.
It doesn't really matter to me, man. It's just this is
DuckDuckGo says 17
regardless.
times,
Exactly. It's 17
I'm gonna
times.
ask an AI though, because they know everything.
There you go.
Yeah, well, they do collect all the data. So, all right. PS5 blows welcome in, says Last of Us. Yay! This is nothing to be celebrating, bro. This is nothing to be celebrating. Tortoise Hawaii says Infamous is better than Last of Us.
It is.
Oh.
Yes, clearly.
Oh, you know what?
What?
Second Son was pretty great.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It
It
was.
was
But that was a
Oh.
long
DLC.
time ago.
The DLC with the chick, for me,
So
I liked
very
it.
awesome.
I liked it. It wasn't as good. It was let down from the main game, but I still enjoyed it.
I enjoyed the DLC more than the main game.
I'm gonna have to
Ooh,
go
nice.
with Matt
What?
on this 7 times.
What?
That's what I'm saying.
What?
7
Because
times.
I think
Yeah.
the 17 is people counting all the the different
DLC
editions on
and
all
crap.
the platforms. Yeah, I think they're counting
Yeah.
all the platforms and all the editions versus like Skyrim on 360 and PS3, Skyrim on Xbox One, PS4, and then you had Skyrim on the Switch, Skyrim VR, and then Skyrim on the new consoles.
Yeah, this particular, like, the AI is counting one release
Which-
on
is this
Nintendo
Grok?
as a
Is this Grok?
as a release. Yeah, it's Grok. And
I don't trust Grok.
well, I can test it with Copilot too if that makes you feel better.
No,
But
no,
typically-
Ham will lose his mind if you check on Copilot.
Look, I sent you
But
a private chat on here.
it's actually 6 if you don't count just the fact that it came out on Nintendo Switch.
This is nuts. There's no way The Last of Us has been re-released more times. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just get into the article.
There is a way.
'cause I'm going to lose my mind.
It
'cause
is.
This
I'm
is
just-
crazy.
I
This is crazy.
I'm just so frustrated about all this. Like, and it has nothing to do with who did it the most. To me, it's just like,
Well,
what else has that studio done? That's like my only question.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care how many times you re-release the same game. It's just, what else have you done in the meantime?
Not much.
And
they
it,
released the greatest.
and to me, like, I'm honestly looking at Rockstar the same way a little bit, right? Because it's just
Yes.
like GTA 5, GTA 5, GTA 5, GTA 5, and like, I don't know. The reason I'm a little I'm probably more frustrated at Naughty Dog than I am at Rockstar is because the same reason I was talking about Death Stranding to this. There's just so much to do in the Rockstar game that yeah, a long time for a game it feels uncalled for until you see something like this, to where it's just like this game is so linear that to me it's just like there's no excuse for me to see a re-release after a re-release with nothing in between. Nothing in between.
Yeah. And just to close the loop, Copilot said 6. It didn't count the Nintendo one.
Yeah.
God damn
So there
it.
you go. There you go.
God damn
AI
it.
rules the day. Bow down to your master.
I'm as somebody who liked Last of Us Part 2, like I really enjoyed it, but it doesn't need to be re-released. It didn't really need to be re-released for just the PS5. Just update the game and call it a
Yeah.
day. It does like in fact it was kind of already updated. It ran at 60 FPS, like what 1440p I think on the PS5, on the PS4 version of the game. All they really did was add DualSense features, which they charge you for, which is stupid because I bought the console. I should just get those, but whatever. And then they added like a horde mode, which is cool, but it's like, dude, update the game and put that stuff in it. It shouldn't be a re-release. It's not that big of a deal. Also, to Ham's
Agreed.
point, I fucking love that game, but I played through it
One or two.
once.
One or
Both
two.
of them. Both of
Okay.
them. I played through the first one multiple times. I beat the second one once, and I've started multiple different playthroughs of it. That game is just, to me, it's like it's a really depressing game. It's not one of those games that I want to sit down and be like, oh, I'm gonna unwind and relax to this, because I'm
And play
not.
The Last of Us.
Like it was compelling enough to get me through the first playthrough because I needed to find out what happened. But it's not something I can go back and just enjoy casually. I can't do that. It doesn't need to be re-released. Just
Bro, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, pregnancies and stuff.
dude, yeah, it's that. It's
Like, it's just like, all right, like, I don't need to see
no,
Yeah.
and then the ending.
that.
Dude, the way they did Ellie at the end of the game, like, or the way Ellie did herself, I guess, it just made me. I ended up liking Abby a lot more than Ellie at the end of that game, and I didn't love that feeling of like because Ellie's an amazing character, and by the end of The Last of Us Part 2, I'm just like, hey, you kind of being a piece of shit, Ellie. I don't know. I didn't like that.
Um, Ty, why don't you tell us why we should pay $80 to $100 to buy Nintendo games, right? Because no one here on the panel feels like defending the billion dollar company. Just you, bud. It's just you. So you do the heavy lifting. All right?
Yeah, he says what he's asking us
No.
what does it have to do to justify that? And I feel like once you start answering questions like that, you trap yourself. Like, no thanks.
Ham, I want to
I'm
give
not
you
want to walk on that bridge.
$1,000. Ham, I want to give you $1,000. Tell me what you would like to do for me to give you $1,000. The fuck?
Oh! Wait, what would
What
you
are you?
like? Wait, so you
The
give
question
$1,000
Ty is
and I give you
asking.
something? Oh.
What Ty is asking is essentially me having to ask anyone on the panel, like, guys, what would you guys like me? What would you like to do, right, for me to send you $1,000? Then Ham can just be like, well, I'd like, let me fart into my microphone, let me go to sleep, and then you send me money. Let me
I want
breathe,
you to
right?
fart in your
Let
mic.
me
That's the first thing
inhale.
you thought of.
Let me inhale oxygen 3 times, and then Loke, send me $1,000. The fuck? The company needs to make it, right? And then we'll judge whether it's worth it. Guess what? There's
That's
nothing Nintendo has made that's $80 to $100. Not to anyone that's sane on this panel. So
that's
you want us to buy it? You justify it, Ty. Because we ain't finna do your job
yeah.
for you.
That's the thing, dude. Like nobody. It's like I mean, I can't speak for anybody else. For me, I'm not surprised that Nintendo's charging $8 for their games.
Why wouldn't they?
But Exactly, to Cozy's point. Why would they not do that if they can get away with doing that? Especially when you get people online
Right.
defending it as hard as they're
When you got
doing right
people
now.
like Ty saying,
People
you know what?
Bro,
ending.
I think we should come up with reasons why
it's
we should give money to the corporation.
exactly.
Of course,
It's
Nintendo's gonna
goofy.
charge you $80.
But for
No,
me,
no.
I'm like, I'm not gonna buy. I know I'm not buying a Nintendo game. Here's what I'll do: the only Nintendo game I'd buy at $80 is Metroid Prime 4.
Why?
That's it.
Why?
Because I like Metroid. I'm not gonna buy like as much as
I
I
guess
enjoy
that's fair.
the new Zeldas. I'm not gonna buy Zelda at $80. Probably not gonna do that. I'm not gonna buy Mario Kart. I don't care about Mario Kart. I have no nostalgia for Mario. I'm not gonna buy like any of these games. Like it's really just Metroid Prime 4. So like for me that's all I care about. And that's like that's my justification. Like fart into the microphone.
I mean, here's the thing.
Alright,
man.
fuck. How much we talking about?
Why you get so close to the
Yeah.
camera? He
Listen, I'm
meant
trying
that.
to talk. I'm trying to talk to Fuck. I'm trying to talk. Yo, Fuck. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Says Loke fart into the microphone and send you money. Listen,
I'll send you another $2.
Send
DM
them
me.
feed
Why
Let's
you get
let's
so
talk in
close
the
to the-
DMs.
Why you get so
much for
close to
those
the
feed
camera?
pics? How much
Let's
for
talk in
those
the
feed
DMs.
pics?
Cozy, stop it. That happened years
Jeez.
ago. Stop
But
it.
we're still trying to sell them.
We were talking in private. I'm never telling you anything personal ever again,
I did
Cozy.
not say anything about this private conversation.
That was just
talking.
us. God damn
Loke,
it.
Loke, you just outed yourself.
I did it. All right, fine.
I was legit just not even thinking about that.
Fine. Let's talk in the DMs. All right, we'll sort this out in the
Deep,
DMs. I
right?
got rent to pay. Y'all.
Man.
Listen.
You're
Mental,
gonna
go
start
ahead.
farting into jars and selling it.
Uh-oh,
Listen,
Chris,
if someone's willing to pay,
Loke
if
farts
someone's
in-
willing to pay,
Oh,
I have bills to pay.
Loke,
All right,
we need to-
I
we
got bills
call
to
it-
pay.
Call it farts and
This shirt is not cheap. All right, you guys can't smell it, but I spray on cologne.
Smells like GameStop.
before the podcast.
All
Not
right.
deodorant,
we
not
all
deodorant,
been there.
cologne.
We don't need,
All right.
we don't need
Smells like
GameStop
wet
smell in
Doritos.
real time.
Wet Doritos.
Man.
Doritos and Mountain Dew pee.
All
Oh
right.
boy.
All right. So let's get into the specifics of this Last of Us situation. Thank you, Fark, for getting us back on topic.
It has to be Mountain Dew and asparagus.
We
God
already
damn
talked.
it,
Yo,
what's wrong with you,
Oh,
man?
these people are
That is sinister. That my brain can actually.
If you're gonna
manufacture
take it there, you
smell.
might as well just go all the way.
Why? Why would you say that? That's net. Oh, I know
It
that
is.
smell.
Sniff it up, Cozy.
Yeah, but,
um,
if
Get
you've
you a
ever
big
worked-
old whiff.
If you ever worked in any like sort of like factory in like some crappy town in the Midwest, then that is a smell that you are familiar with.
apologies to anyone that just showed up. Make sure to like
Just starch and
like the video.
asparagus.
We are discussing video games. I promise. So let's get into
Yep.
the article.
Yep.
Let's get into the article. Stop laughing. Naughty Dog has re-released both of its critically acclaimed The Last of Us games again.
Finally.
Literally, I'm reading what's on the IGN article. I'm not. The again is not me. It's the article. Again. This time as an all-in-one bundle for PS5 called The Last of Us Complete. The studio behind beloved PlayStation titles like Crash Bandicoot and Uncharted announced and launched its 2-pack collection today. It's a bundle that includes the 2022 remake of The Last of Us Part 1 and The Last of Us Part 2 remastered for players to enjoy. Experience the complete story that inspired the TV show with definitive versions of 2 award-winning games. An official description for The Last of Us Complete says, featuring graphical and gameplay improvements and made possible by the PS5 console. The Last of Us Complete comes with both mainline stories as well as bonus content. Both have received in the years since their original releases. That means the Left Behind Ellie-focused prequel DLC, as well as The Last of Us Part 2's No Return and Lost Levels content are all included. If you're a fan of the HBO TV series retelling starring Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey, but have yet to dive into the video games that started it all, you should know that the all-encompassing digital bundle costs $100. As
What?
shared in a
uh,
as shared in a PlayStation blog
fucking
post
stupid.
authored
He said, "Let me get a piece of that
That's so dumb.
right
I thought
now."
for sure it was $70. I was
Why
like,
would it cost 70? Why wouldn't it cost 100? If you can get away with
because it's the two things. Like normally the thing for a bundle is like, hey, we're gonna give you a great deal on
it
this.
is a deal.
Yes.
Both those games are like 60.
But Last of Us Part 2 just released on PC for $50.
So both those, but on PC it's for 50. Isn't it like
I
around?
don't know what it is on PlayStation.
You know what? Your problem is you're
Couldn't
like,
tell you.
I'm on PC. I don't believe in the value of games. I don't support
I
games.
didn't buy it on
support
PC.
IP."
I didn't buy it on
You're
PC.
a filthy cheap PC gamer, and that's your problem.
I'm on my Xbox right now. I'm literally playing on Xbox
So
right
you're
now.
on Xbox, so you don't have an argument because guess what? You can't play it.
Yeah, can I have a PlayStation right there?
No, it doesn't. We're not talking about PlayStation. We're talking
they oh my god.
Stick to your guns.
Relax. YouTube, relax. Dare Easy, welcome in. Tortoise Hawaii says how many jar farts for one Switch 2 game? I don't know. Ask Ty. Ty
Ooh,
knows
no.
how
Loke
to
is the one.
convert
Loke,
everything
you're
for
the one selling
Switches.
the jar farts, so you have to set the price.
Yeah, but I'm not the one shilling for Nintendo, so I'm not about to
No,
do
but
that.
sell your jar. How much for your jar farts? That's what he's asking.
That's a separate question. Like if you read what he specifically asked, that's another question. There's two different
So
avenues
first,
posing.
set the price for jar farts, and then we'll know how many jar farts the game costs.
All right.
Set your
By
price.
Friday, I will have a price by Friday. Also, it depends if it's like morning farts, evening farts. You know, they have different levels
Will
of
it be based on
intensity
what you've
depending
eaten?
on the time.
Will
Exactly,
it be like
and
a
based on
based on
whether
a
I was sleeping or
bean
not.
fart versus a vegetable fart?
There you go. There you go. Moving on. As shared in a PlayStation blog post authored by Naughty Dog head of studio Neil Druckmann, a physical The Last of Us Complete Collector's Edition is currently set to launch July 10th for $110 with pre-orders available now. It comes with a few extra goodies to justify the slightly increased price, including a steelbook case, game discs, The Last of Us American Dreams comics. Ooh, comics. 1 to 4. Four lithographic art prints, and a thank you letter from Neil Druckmann. We're selling. We're set. Guys, there's levels of being pretentious. We're selling. Thank. You know what? Whatever. Whatever.
What'd you
I
say?
mean, maybe you should get good at
Yeah, I
reading.
should. I should. Mental. Is this worth the money?
He could barely get that sentence out.
I was actually looking it up on my PlayStation for the Canadian amount,
Ooh.
How much
and
is that?
130.
Good
Ooh,
stuff. Good stuff.
ooh,
Yeah,
This is smoking crack.
I actually
Yeah.
thought it might be more because of the current exchange rate, but they went with the 30% uplift instead of 45. So
That's very generous.
It's a deal.
it actually is a deal. If there was a way for you US folks to buy it on the Canadian store, you'd actually save money.
VPN it, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
So are you buying it or what?
No, no. I already own the games, so I have no interest in it.
All right.
And
Cozy.
that's the bottom line. The Stone
You need the
Cold
remaster of the
said
remaster,
so.
mental.
What's that?
You need the remaster of the remaster.
Well, that I'll buy. Like when they remaster it on the PS7 for the 5th time, then maybe.
No, you said you buy it. So is it you'll buy it or you won't? Will you buy the
Well,
PS7 remaster?
yeah, if it farts rainbows and butterflies, I'm in.
But that would take away from the aura of the game. They need to take out even more features and just make it like, the original PS3 version so you could play it in its purest form. Then
There you go.
remaster the original PS3 version without any
Re-
updates. So it'll just be like you're playing the PS3 version and you'll get the
yeah,
experience
remastered to the
experience.
original aesthetic.
Yep.
So
There you
kind of,
go.
so basically, kind of the PS4 remaster.
More or less.
Okay. Yeah.
I have the
Alright,
PS4 remaster.
It's the
That's
first
a
one I played.
strike. Cozy, tell us how much you're looking forward to paying for this collection.
I mean, I don't like how you set this up like, oh, it's an easy choice, or it's like, this is not a thing I care about. So it's like sort of like you set the situation up to be like, you're gonna criticize it a lot, but yeah, this is not something I care about. This is like you might as well tell me like, oh, you want to play the next sports ball game. You might as well be talking about that. You can't get me on a remaster. I'm
No?
I'm not that guy.
You're not
okay.
that guy, pal.
Alright, that's 0 and 2. They're easy. The person that woke up and said this, his name probably starts with an N. Probably.
Wait,
That's
what do
what
you
I'm
mean
putting
about
my
in?
money.
What do you mean by in?
N.
Hmm?
Read the
Explore
question.
more about
Read
in.
read the question.
Tell us
Read the
more about
question.
this in.
Oh my god.
Because you seem
Neil. Cozy. Neil. For the love of Kojima. I meant Neil.
okay.
Jeez.
I'm just making
Oh,
sure because you brought
Matt.
out the end. I'm like, are we
Hello.
hard Ring or are we? What are
Oh
we
my
doing?
god.
Huh?
Cozy. What? What are we doing?
I said ask. I'm just asking questions.
Matt.
Nice.
I think
Oh.
Cozy's confused as to which show she's on.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, maybe in an hour we'll be
Wait,
throwing those words
maybe in an
around
hour. So you're saying we can
on the next
postpone
show.
hard Ring? You're saying hard Ring is acceptable as long as we don't do it here?
Matt, save me, save me.
What? I mean,
Am I
Are you
right,
gonna get
Matt?
this game?
am I getting this? No.
Yes.
No, I'm not getting this. Because I already
No.
have it.
All right. Okay. All right.
I have both of them.
Ham, please tell us why this is very consumer friendly, giving everyone an opportunity to get both games at the same time.
No.
Not gonna do it.
What do you mean? No. I know you can do this,
So-
Ham.
There's
I
your
know you
answer.
can do this. I believe in you.
There's your
No.
answer.
Mental.
Okay,
Go ahead,
I'll
say
step up. I'll step up.
Yeah. Someone defend
So-
a billion-dollar company.
If you just bought a new PlayStation and you've never played either game, here's how you can save a couple bucks. So, yeah,
Even
that's
though
the only
you can
thing that
buy-
might make sense.
Even
What
though
about-
you can buy the original versions for
But-
about $50.
Yeah, just wait for a sale.
Is it
And
Right.
is it all in one? Like, is it like one app?
What do you mean one app?
like it
Like-
automatically just flows into part
Like-
2 when you finish the part
like
1?
like how Master Chief Collection has all the games on one thing. Is it like that, but for Last of Us?
I don't know.
Because then you could,
Let's go back to the article. Let's go
because
back. We have
you
some
could
quotes.
say- but
We
you
have
could
some quotes
say,
from the dead. Okay.
but you could say, who has time to boot up to close one game, boot up another, save some time, and get this for $100. It's not that big of a deal.
Well, and especially if you don't have to watch the credits.
Exactly.
What?
You've never
Say-
you've never actually finished a game unless you've watched the entirety of the credits at normal speed.
That's true. I mean, time
Just saying.
is money. You got to save time. You can't be closing games and booting them up. Nobody has that time. Nobody has that time.
Imagine if Sony made it that the only way you could get the platinum is if you had to like watch the credits too.
Luke's
in
face
its
is
entire-
shit. Luke's just he's bewildered.
Matt, like, remind me to never hire you to defend me, bro. because that was terrible.
It's a great defense. I think everybody
That
should be
was,
spending $100 on this amazing, incredible deal. Except me. I'm not
that,
going to do it. I'm
of
not going to do
course, of course. Daisy, thank you for the $5 super chat. Says Cozy, you haven't learned by now. Loke is the master of all betas. This guy is such a condescending bully. He's going to terrorize all of Texas.
it. Mm.
I mean,
Oh shit! Ah, listen,
Wow.
listen. Just for that,
Masturbator, all right.
He's going to yeehaw. You going to yeehaw? You going to hit us with one?
just for that. That was a good comment. That was a good comment. They're easy out here exposing me. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
oh wait! If you're a masturbator, you'll expose yourself. I'm sorry.
Damn. It's a fact.
How do you know I don't do it throughout the show, Cozy?
Whoa!
How
That's
do you
not
know?
something that anyone wants to think about.
Whoa.
That is...
Anyways, Reezy, thank you for the $5 super chat. Here we go.
Master at X.
Yeah, I think I got that good.
Oh.
That was good. Come on,
Okay, our
don't hate.
Lord and Master of Exposition. That's a decent job.
All right, the hat goes back. Thank you, Daisy. Appreciate that. I'll be thinking about you when I'm catching my plane with my green card all
We
the way
need to
back
get him
to
to sing "Ride It My
Texas.
Pony" like the full song.
Yeah,
Full
guys, don't
song.
forget to
The
sign
full song. You gotta do the full
the
song.
full song.
Yeah.
The full song. Let's do like Reforge Gaming. Let's put like a member goal. I'll sing the song when we get like 2,000 members. We'll do that.
The full,
Tortoise.
like you just do an entire clip of you just singing.
Yes,
that.
I'll do the whole fucking thing. I'll get an
Okay.
editor. I'll fake air guitar the whole thing. I don't care.
You gotta do the pelvic thrust.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you were in 2000.
Oh, damn! Yes, Daisy. Yes. This guy gets it. Thank you so much for another $2 super chat, Daisy. He says, Loke is so good, he just baited himself. Yes. 3 crying emojis. I aim to please myself, of course. Anyways. Anyways, let's get to Neil Druckmann's quotes, all right? Let's get to his quotes.
Yay.
From our entire studio, thank you so much for your incredible support. Money, please. For The Last of Us and Naughty Dog over the years, Druckmann Post says, this is such an exciting moment for both the franchise and our team. How are you excited, right? How are you excited to do nothing?
Well, they're excited because they're gonna make more money.
Yeah,
ripping people off, right? That's what they're excited about, I think.
I think you meant offering people a great deal, but yes.
Right.
Sorry, that's you're right. That's what I meant.
Exactly.
Yes. We are so humbled by your personal stories of what the series has meant to you. Have marveled at your incredible photo mode shots and inspired to keep pushing ourselves forward to create more stories and worlds you'll love so that we can re-release 20 other times after the first release. That last part, that was just me, just
I was about to say, there's no way he said.
I just added some extra salt there.
Some flavoring on it.
Let's be honest. I'm just gonna go around the table, right? True or false? I'm going to make a statement. I'm gonna go with Ham first. I just need a quick true or false so we can move on to the Triple I initiative. This collector's edition, the physical one, the $110 collector's edition, will sell out in a week. Ham?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Matt?
True.
True or false?
True.
Cozy? True or false?
False.
What? Okay, I need you to explain yourself.
She thinks it's false.
Wait, what are we talking about?
The collector's edition, the $110 collector's edition, will sell out within a week.
Oh, it's a collector's edition. The $110.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll sell in
The-
a week.
There we go. Mental. It'll sell out in a week. The collector's edition.
Yeah, more than likely. The one thing I was just looking at the description of it on the PlayStation Store, and it says the edition includes The Last of Us Part 1, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. So maybe they are giving you the original Last of Us, because it doesn't say it's the remastered one.
Oh my god.
That would be tragic if they threw in the PS4.
Giving you the
remaster.
PS3 one.
Could you imagine? You get the
would be
PS3 version?
Oh my god. Mental. Why
That's
you
what
like
it
this?
says.
Then they call
Hey, that's
me
what it says.
the beta.
If
Then
they felt
they
the
call me
need,
the
hey,
bait.
if they felt the need to put remastered after the Part 2 one, where's the remastered for the Part 1?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You guys
If
think you're
neither
giving us
of
the
them
original?
said, if neither of them said
That's-
remastered, I would just take it for granted that that's going to be the PS5 versions, right? But now I'm questioning it. I don't know.
I hope you're wrong. I hope
They
you're wrong.
just
Mental.
sell you a license to stream the PS3 version. They're
Listen.
like,
I hope I'm right, because imagine how hilarious that would be.
Listen.
The fallout from it,
Yeah.
that would be funny.
You guys need to stop.
that'd be
You guys
incredible.
need to stop.
Good times.
Listen. That's terrible. Mental. That's
That would
terrible.
be
I'm
great.
gonna screen cap that and start
PlayStation.
a controversy.
PlayStation PlayStation is not known for being very consumer friendly, but that would be like Nintendo levels of bad. The PlayStation is not as bad as Nintendo. I think we've established that. You need to stop with this.
What do you
Alright,
mean we're not
alright.
as Nintendo?
I mean, they said
What
it.
do you mean by that?
I'm saying Nintendo's the worst. That's
Why
what
is
I'm
it
saying,
worse?
Cozy.
Because you're a brokey?
Oh shit, Ty is here.
Why are they the worst?
go.
Are they the worst because you
Brokies.
can't handle their established prices?
Well,
What happened
They're
to Ty's
variable.
voice?
They
They're
value
variable
their work.
pricing. They're variable pricing, right, Cozy?
You don't value Nintendo's work. That's your problem. And you're like, I want them to be as lowly as PlayStation. That's all I hear.
Lowly.
You think PlayStation? You think Sony? If Sony could charge $60 for Last of Us, just one Last of Us game, after like 8, 9, 10 years, 11, 12, 10 years,
Yeah, 10 years. About 10
11,
years.
12, whatever, however many years. You think if they could get away with that, they would, but they know they don't command Nintendo prices. Let's be honest. They don't command Nintendo prices. They would love to sell Nintendo prices at Nintendo prices. Everyone
No,
loves to sell Nintendo
Sony
prices.
is consumer friendly, Cozy.
No,
That's why they're not doing what
they
they're
know
doing.
that no one would do that. No one's gonna be like, man. In larger quantities, you're not gonna get people being like, man, I need that Last of Us at that price. People are just gonna be like, well, I'll just buy that Mario Kart.
But we
But-
just looked at it, Cozy. We just looked at it. Last of Us Part 1 sold 15 million. Last of Us
But how
Part
many
2,
of those
10
prices?
million.
No, but how many of those at that high that $60+?
We'll never know, Cozy.
We
They-
know
they-
that.
Cozy,
this
it's
is-
such a good deal that you would never buy it.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we know that but you're not going to PlayStation cannot get like keep $60 sales for their games. We know. Nintendo can. That's the entire thing. People argue like whatever. Nintendo can do it because people will buy it. There's a reason. Look how much Mario Kart sold. That's a Wii U game. A Wii U game. Look at how much it sold. Nintendo can get away with it. They can. And I think when people argue like, this is unacceptable, it's like ridiculous. Like, you say it's unacceptable, but people have accepted it. People aren't going to accept that with PlayStation. The games don't command that much.
Matt, you're right. Ty is in the panel. He just,
Is he?
yeah, he just.
I knew it.
Yeah, Nintendo ties in the past.
God damn, Cozy! I call you the Nintendo goddess, but that was a bit much.
That was no. That was her standing on business right there. That
I'm
was
not
her
even.
standing
Whenever
on
I say
business
this,
right
I have
there.
to clarify to
That
people
was-
because they think I'm a
That's
Nintendo
100%
show.
that was.
I'm not even gonna buy it. They haven't announced. They don't have a Animal Crossing game. I'm not buying it. But at the same time, you have to acknowledge that Nintendo commands. This is the price they set. This is how they feel their game work is worth. PlayStation they'll drop their prices. They
All
have
right,
to.
Cozy. Nintendo wasn't even the topic, but let's fucking do this. The Switch 2.
Let's
No,
do it.
the
Let's do
fucking
it.
Switch 2, Cozy.
Let's go. This is what
Switch 2.
TSWS is all about. Let's
Is it?
just
It's
throw
really
the
not.
gloves
We
off.
were about to talk
NHL
about
hit
just games.
2025.
Okay, we can talk about
Let's
the
go.
PS. We can talk about it. Let's talk about it.
All right. Cozy. Switch 2. Let's start at the top. Switch 2. Will it outsell the Switch 1?
Absolutely not.
Will it do half the sales of the Switch 1?
Yes.
You are out of your mind.
I don't think she is.
That's pretty spot on. I mean,
I
what's the
think-
Switch at right now?
I think it could go over
140,
Possibly.
I think.
I think it'll get around
Yeah.
70. I think it'll get around 70,000.
Yes, 70 to 80 million is pretty realistic
sorry.
for the Switch too.
I'm
I
saying
think
this.
it could go over.
Over.
I think it can go over half.
How,
And here's
how
why.
much?
I feel
How
like
much?
I feel like the way that they're treating the Switch 2 is going to be like the kind of the way that they're treating the PlayStation
Leave that bird
5
alone,
Pro?
Cozy.
the PlayStation 5 Pro until the original Switch gets so outdated that the Switch 2 is what's available. And then everyone's purchasing it up that quite a bit. Because I think there is going to be a time where Nintendo cuts the line from the original Switch to the Switch 2 harder than PlayStation has with the PS4 to the PS5. I feel like they chop that and say, no, this game ain't coming. And then compared to the PlayStation, where it's just like you're getting PS5 games on PS4 for a lot of this generation. So
Yep.
there's only a very slim few games that didn't make the PS4, and I feel like it's not going to be the same on Nintendo.
Okay.
They're going to
Mental.
shove people to the Switch too.
They're going to shove people. But no, but didn't they say, Bowser said that they're going to continue to support the Switch 1?
Yes, until it's obsolete. That's what Ham.
Yeah.
That's what Ham just said. Like
Yeah,
once
yeah,
the-
I think it's going to be obsolete quicker than you think. Quicker than you think.
What, like a year, 2 years?
They're gonna support it as long as it's not obsolete. But then once it becomes, they just dump. If it works out, they dump it. If it doesn't, they keep it around. We've seen this before. Why?
Mental. Over or under for the Switch 2?
Yeah, it kind of depends how long they keep it alive, right? If they run an 8-year cycle with it, like they did with the Switch 1, it's going to sell more than half.
Mental. I like how you're like the oldest person here, and you're talking about depends.
God.
What?
Well,
I don't
I have
understand.
experience.
I don't understand. What does that mean, depends?
Depends are like adult undergarments for those that have no control over their lower bodily
Okay, stop.
functions.
You are-
Or limited control, let's say. Can't make it to the bathroom.
I even
on
knocked
time.
my head off.
Yeah,
I
Just
couldn't
stop it.
I'm a
Just
few
stop
years
it.
away from that, I think. But
But
yeah, no,
couple decades away.
I do think it depends. Like if they keep it out for 7-8 years again, it's going to sell more than half the total of the Switch 1.
Yeah, I'm with
Yeah.
Fuzzy. I'm with Fuzzy Tomato. Past performance informs future results. It doesn't guarantee future results. It does inform it.
oh no.
And
Yeah.
this is not the
It-
first time. This is not the first time this would be the third time that Nintendo launched a banger console and flopped hard the next one.
I mean,
Banger console, flopped hard the next time. This would be the
Yeah.
third time.
I would
They're
disagree
they're
with that.
replicating it though this time. They're not. This isn't a Wii to Wii U scenario, right?
I think they won't sell. They won't obviously sell Switch numbers, but I think they're set. But I think the other thing to remember is even on their flop of a console, uh, they were able to generate a lot. They were able to generate like a good momentum with some of their games and continue that into the Switch. Like a lot of their games that were previously like the fans knew but everyone else didn't know, are now a lot bigger franchises. I mean, if you look at something like
Fire Emblem.
yeah, Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem was like a nothing series.
I started playing it this week. Two was Three
And you're
Houses.
not, and if you're playing on the Switch, you're not even playing the good one.
It's really fucking good.
Yeah, that's your
Three
PC.
Houses is very
You're
good.
not playing the good one. That's the thing. Like a lot of these people,
Just send me
they
a
got
list,
a
Cozy.
taste for these games, but they've got like you're not even playing the good version of the game. But they've managed to build an audience with a lot of these games that previously, like Fire Emblem, they sold okay for the platform, but they're very niche.
Yeah. So
Obviously, Mario
my
Kart's gonna
prediction
sell.
is that they'll still sell the consoles. I think they'll still sell the consoles. They're going to struggle with the games, in my opinion. I think you're going to have games like Metroid and Mario Kart that will
You
do
think they're
crazy
gonna
numbers.
struggle selling games?
You know what's really funny when you say about
Yeah,
Metroid?
if they continue
Metroid
to,
has not been one of their big sellers.
well, it's going to sell less then.
I think it actually will sell well, very well.
It'll
That's
sell fine.
I think
I don't
that's
think. Yeah, I don't think
like
they're gonna struggle
so. I
selling
think
games at all.
actually, as long as they continue with some of these games that in rotation, like before the Switch, uh, Zelda wasn't even like a
Elemental Hero, welcome in.
massive seller.
This is
So
because Nintendo was known to be consumer and family friendly for their consoles and games.
their games were always
Listen, man,
pricey. I don't understand these. Their games only
what you
decreased in like the late '90s, early 2000s.
well, guess what, Cozy? We're getting into the new cycle that's going to make these game prices go down again.
I remember N64 and earlier, like paying 60, 70, $80, $90 for games, and you get like one or two games every year.
I look at this, and you guys obviously you disagree with me, but I look at this the same way a lot of people look at stuff that used to happen back in the day, and it was accepted back then. Now it's going to be less accepted because of how interconnected we are. Used to be, people would just stand in front of the cashier or the shop or whatever, and then you had to look at the prices and deal with that reality. Now you have the internet and people telling you no, you actually don't have to deal with that. If you buy a Steam Deck and do XYZ, you're good. If you buy a ROG Ally and you do XYZ, you're good. If you buy a gaming PC, if you buy an Xbox, if you buy a PlayStation, you'll be good. So I feel like the options are way more than what it used to be
But you're
back then.
talking
Because
to a different audience suddenly
Yeah,
when you
but
talk
because
about
that's not Nintendo people. Nintendo people are the Nintendo people because of the
how
games.
am I supposed to play my Animal Crossing on a
where
PS
where were these people when
PlayStation?
Nintendo flopped the last two times?
They were there before.
Yeah, but if they're so consistent, Cozy, answer my question. What happened when Nintendo flopped twice back in the day? What happened?
Number
Because
one,
they've flopped twice from two gigantic successes. Why is it this one is not going to be a flop?
as long as they maintain enough to be sustainable. Nintendo doesn't operate like throw out a million and hope you get back three, because they this is their bread and butter. They're not uh PlayStation, a large entertainment company, Microsoft, a gigantic software company.
You're not answering my question, Cozy.
What's your question? Where were these
I'm
people?
saying, what's stopping the same people that ran away from Nintendo the last two times they flopped running away one more game? Like
They
Ham
could.
would say.
Nothing is stopping them.
Price. I think prices will motivate them. That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying Nintendo. Part of the pricing is probably Nintendo anticipating less people. Shut up.
And finish. Go ahead, cousin. I'm
Uh,
curious now.
I'm saying it's less people,
Uh huh.
and they spend more on they extract more from the people that they do have. I think that's actually part of their motivation.
Yeah, I kind of think that. Like, I don't think like I think we all kind of agree that it's not going to be as successful as the Switch One. But like, I just don't see a reality as somebody who doesn't care about Nintendo really at all. I don't see a reality where Nintendo is like, we're just not selling any games. We're just not selling. Like, I just don't see that. Like, the console can sell less than
Even though it's
half,
happened before. Even though it's happened before.
When has that a Virtual
but that
Boy? Virtual Boy.
oh, I don't think about it. But like, I just don't. I don't know. I don't see that being a reality. After, like, I get what you're saying, Luke, and that their history is that they release a great console and then the one after is a flop. I get that, but like, I'm not talking about the console sales. You're talking about the games, especially considering the fact that they just. I mean, like, they just came out and said that they plan on supporting the Switch for as long as they can. They're going to sell games, whether it's on the Switch or the Switch 2. They're going to sell games, and they'll do just fine selling games. I don't think that's
I would
going
say
to
on
be
the
an
Switch,
issue.
yeah.
That's what I'm
Uh,
saying. As long as they're supporting the Switch, it's not going to be an issue. The hardest part for them is going to be the transition from, like, okay, we need to cut off the Switch 1 and everybody needs to go to Switch 2 now. That's going to be the hardest part. But I think if they wait long enough and play it correctly, which hopefully they will, I don't think it's going to be that detrimental. They'll see a drop in sales, but it's not going to be this thing where it's like, oh my
That's
god,
where
what are
I'm
we
at,
doing?
Matt. That's where
Yeah,
I'm at. I think if they spread out it enough, but like know
spread.
when to like if they spread out the time of adjusting from Switch 1 to Switch 2 enough, but know when to cut it off, like know what popular game will bring more people over, and stuff like that, or what kind of adjustments will will bring people over, bring a large spike, new multiplayer game that you can't wait to have other than Mario Kart or Mario Party. You know, like if they do that type of thing, like I could see like a new F-Zero getting announced and people just being like, all right, I got it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I could totally see that kind of stuff happening, and I think as long as they do that, but also have that Switch to just be that much more loud and exciting on the newer game, and just make people want to be like, all right, I gotta jump ship. People do it for the iPhone and stuff like that all the time. So it's just like if you give out enough of a reason to do so and make the previous product look inferior enough, people will want to jump ship, especially
Well,
especially if you are able to market it in such a way of like, hey, this is 4K 60 and that other thing that you got can barely even do 720 60.
well, it's that, and I mean the third party library is going to be way
That's
better,
going to
way
be
right?
bigger,
huge too.
way
My
bigger.
goodness, that's going to be a big deal.
Dude, the
Oh
fact that
yeah,
they're getting
like
Cyberpunk that's pretty legit to me.
Because as much as people
yeah.
are talking
Well,
about
and
this is
Call
going
of
to be
Duty
Wii U
and
all over
everything,
again,
right?
the Wii U could not really do third party like
The Wii U
Yeah.
is also called Wii U.
Mental, go ahead, finish your thought.
No, it's just you're gonna have games like Call of Duty and things like that too, right? Like it's gonna
100%.
be very appealing to Nintendo fans to get the new one simply because of that. It's not even just the first party, it's the third party support that's going to really drive that product, I think.
I think you might have nailed it right there, because it's something as simple as Call of Duty being
Call of
on
Duty.
there. Yeah. Now From Software wants to work on a product like this. Like that's a louder advertisement than a lot of people want to give credit to.
Oh yeah.
Like you just signed a deal with Microsoft for Call of Duty and such. You just had From Software put a game on there, and by God, you had Borderlands, one of the notorious games that would shut off an Xbox One X. A game that would flat out shut off the console is going to be now on a Switch.
Day
Like,
one.
just think about the power difference between that previous Switch. Like now I know that I wasn't crazy when I was talking about the leak that came out about the charger. Remember I was talking about that, Matt? About the charger is a ton different than the charger for the current Switch. Like it's supposed to be like, I don't remember if it was like 45 or 60 watt or whatnot, but then you come to find out the Switch dock itself has like some sort of like GPU or something in it to help get that thing working even harder than the previous Switch did, which that dock was essentially just a projection.
Yep.
So like the technology in this Switch, I'm not mad about the $450 cost for the Switch. I thought it was going to be about $400, so it's a $50 price difference. Big whoop. Am I jealous of $330? Hell yeah, I'm jealous of that. I don't think anybody wouldn't be, right? I'm always jealous of the person that goes to Costco when I don't have the membership, right? I'm always that person. But at the same time, I'm thinking about it like, hey, $450, I'd be willing to do that. But right now, I need to see what your guys' plan is. And right now, this plan is seeming like a lot of paywalls, and I'm not really ready for all that yet. You haven't sold me quite yet on it. The $80 games, I'm kind of with Matt when it comes to, hey, I'll buy my one game if you're going to be like that, right? God damn it, I didn't know that my camera busted.
No, it just froze. It just froze.
It just froze. Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just having it in like a bad input or something like that. I don't know. But regardless, like, I want to get it. I want the right thing to happen for it. It's just right now, the things that they're advertising and the way that they're putting it isn't really driving me to get it. And I think in the next couple years, or, who knows, 6 months from now, I mean, who knows what they announce, right? They could get me back on board. It's just like right now, they're not really showing me anything that makes me want to be like, yeah, I got this thing.
Yeah.
And Call of Duty is not, and something like Call of Duty and third-party support's not going to do it for me because I already have everything else that plays it better. And I want like a better handheld and stuff like that. So Nintendo first party, just like, as you guys know, I'm an Xbox guy, right? And Xbox does everything on PC as well.
You're an Xbox. Say the whole thing.
So when PlayStation does something, I don't care about what third party does. PlayStation has to do something. When Nintendo does something, I don't care what third party does. Nintendo has to do something. And that's just how it is for me.
Yeah. Osha says what everyone is not mentioning is everyone is bringing out handhelds. Xbox is releasing a handheld. PlayStation is bringing out a handheld. So third-party games are going to be better on those. The thing, I'm kind of with you there, Osha, but not really, because the Xbox and PlayStation handheld probably will not cost $450.
No one will also care about them.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit more than that.
I'm willing to bet both of those handhelds will be like $700, $800, maybe even $1,000 if we're talking about PlayStation.
If they can play all the same games.
I could see around $600, $700.
If they can't play all the same games.
I think 600 is safe.
That's the thing to think about, if they can play all the same games.
Exactly, and that's the question. Can you guys see a console, a handheld that's $600 playing The Last of Us,
Absolutely not. I mean, Last of
God
Us,
of
yes.
War,
God of War, yes.
Yes, because
Ghost of
those games
No.
run
Tsushima?
great already
No, you have to
on
pick a
Steam
modern
Deck.
game. Pick something like modern and heavy.
Oh, what, Cyberpunk?
More modern than that. Something made in the last 2 years that's like
Like a
Monster
new
Hunter.
game.
Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I guess Monster Hunter or Doom. No, but those guys develop.
No,
They
no,
Doom
no.
they
runs on
port
everything.
Doom
they
will run
port too
way better
well.
than Monster
They
Hunter.
port too well. Yeah, it has to be lazy developers. Yeah, Monster Hunter. There you go.
I need
Um,
a PlayStation or Xbox handheld to
Mental
make it
smirking
make
right now.
sense to how a console and a handheld is necessary. I need them to marry those two things. 'Cause I think the PSP and the Vita
Yeah,
really tried to marry the PS4 and the PS3 and whatnot to them, but they always felt like they were separate. Like they loved each other, but they just never really ever slept in the same room
The
or
yeah.
ever
PS
really they like they never wanted to
They
go
were like
out together,
cousins. They were like
right?
cousins. We're family,
the
but not
PSP
like
was great.
family.
The Vita lacked its own unique software, and that was
No,
a
but the best system, I think we would agree, is the Nintendo system, which is you need a handheld that is equivalent to your desktop or to
no.
your
You
console.
need so the PSP.
Well, the dock essentially is a bed for the Switch.
There you go.
Right? That's where it goes to sleep.
It needs to be
That's
one
its
and the
more
same.
comfortable spot. And I need the next Nintendo or next PlayStation or next Xbox handheld, whichever one comes first, or both of
Yeah,
them, to have that type of marriage to where it's like a quick resume type of feel,
there you go.
right? To where I'm literally playing and I pick it up and I keep going just like you do on a Switch, just like you do when you turn on your Xbox and turn on the last game that you were just on. Just bam, right into it. Obviously, multiplayer games different, right? All multiplayer games have to be restarted. Somebody tell that
Yeah,
to Xbox with quick resume. But 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 you see what I'm saying, right? Like same dashboard, carry with you, all that kind of stuff. Like I don't need it to be like a foreign experience once I pick up this thing and go out. Then it'd be kind of cool if I could just plug it in and it stays updated and everything understands what it's because what would suck, right? Is if you were playing Cyberpunk and then you go to pick up your Xbox handheld
okay.
and you go to continue forward from where you left off and it is saying requires update. So you can't even leave the house because you have to use your internet to update it. So that would suck. So that's
Yeah,
what
it
I'm
would be
saying.
good.
There should, if they do sell something like this, there should be a dock included that plugs directly
100%
into the
agree.
console to continuously keep it up to what you're up to.
All right. Mental says he agrees. Mental, is Cozy reaching when she sits there and says that Nintendo increased these prices, literally counting on less purchases?
I don't think that's it. I think they're probably trying to just take advantage of their fans, and they will. For the hardcore that are going to buy it right off the bat, they're going to sell a whole bunch. And then I would not be surprised if you see a bit of a price reduction after a couple years, and especially once they drop the OLED, because they're going to do that. So
Yeah, I
I don't know.
almost feel like I
We'll
should
see,
wait
but
for the OLED.
I would. You know what's coming,
I kind of do
and give
know
it
it's
time.
coming.
Yeah, and give it time for more games to come out.
In the video game industry is the one industry where it just gets ridiculously better if you're patient.
Yeah, I think it's really scummy, to be honest,
Yeah,
that
if
that
you're
they
ready to
aren't
wait.
making it an OLED right off the bat. I think that's
Yep.
just that's
And
a
literally
really
the only
scummy
reason
move.
is so they can sell you it again. Because they know the
Yeah,
people
absolutely,
who buy the one at launch
absolutely,
are absolutely going to buy an OLED. So
absolutely, they will.
Well,
it's
if you
the
can
only
charge
reason.
them more, why not? Right?
Exactly.
That's the one thing me
So
and Cozy agree on. If
yeah,
people are willing to pay,
they're good at
charge
charging
them
folks.
more.
Well,
Charge them
and
more.
it's worked for Nvidia,
Oh
so
god, yeah.
yeah. I mean, sure, some of their lower tier cards have gone or kind of gone down in price, it appears. But once you realize that the way they did that was by giving you less silicone than they would normally, uh, it's pretty scummy. Like the 5080 is clearly a 5070 just based on the specs. So what they did was actually charge you a lot more for a 5070, right?
Yep.
It's got half the CUDA cores of the 5090. That is 5070 territory. That's what you would usually get in a 70 class, is half the CUDA cores of the flagship. That's what they did.
Fuzzy
It's
is
a
right about something.
scummy
But
move.
Fuzzy
But
says they'll
anyway,
charge. Fuzzy says they'll charge an extra $100 when that one comes out.
yeah, maybe.
I I
Probably.
think that's probably what's going to, like, if again, right, if we believe that past behavior informs future results, I think that's probably what's going to happen. Yeah,
I don't see
yeah.
why they wouldn't.
I don't see the price going down. I mean, PlayStation increased the price of their consoles.
Well,
Oh my
it
god,
honestly, it's going to depend on the sales. If it's selling like
this is
crazy and
crazy.
they're happy with it, then yeah, you're right. They're not going to lower the price if it's selling. But if the sales are falling
Dip.
off the pace of the original Switch by a significant amount, I wouldn't be surprised if they lower the price because they want to sell those games, right? They're going to be making huge bank on the games at the new price. So, hardware drives game sales because they don't sell their games anywhere else. It's only on their
Yes.
hardware.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
they're seeing a reduction there, yeah, they'll lower the price in order to sell the software.
Yep.
So if
But we all
people,
know.
yeah, if the fanboys can just, hold on to their money a little bit longer, odds are they'll be able to save a few bucks.
Those don't
Because
sound like fans.
it's a huge price increase when you really look at it in terms of percentage. In Canada, the thing's jumping from the launch price of $379 up to $630 or $629. It's a $250 price increase off the original Switch. It's crazy.
You guys are rich in Canada. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah, our cost of living isn't bad here at all.
Not at all.
No.
All right. Damn it! I forgot where we were going with this. God damn it! I forgot. Okay, the gaming crash. Mental, mental. We all know you were on. You were but a man in his 40th year of life when the first video game crash happened. Right, like 50 years ago.
It's
You
so
were
long ago, dude.
there.
I don't even remember. I was so old
You,
at that point. I
dude.
don't even remember it.
Like all of us here are just depending on what we saw on the internet, what we've read of people's articles. You were there. You were there.
Yeah, but I'm
Was
pretty
it?
senile now. I don't remember.
Oh man. All right, fine. Well, a lot of people have been
What's the
banding
question?
around. People have been banding around the theory that Nintendo has precipitated the crash of the gaming industry, the next crash of the gaming industry. Do you agree? And if you agree, is it a good thing?
I got to be honest. I wouldn't mind to see a bit of a reset because I do think things have got out of hand. When you run in a console generation for what it's 5 years, and all the console prices have done is gone up, that's a problem in my mind. You look at where what people regard as the best generation ever, like the 360 PS3 era. Those things were half price, if not less than half price by now. I mean, I can remember buying Xbox 360s for $200 Canadian. You can't even buy a Series X in Canada right now. Like, not a new one. They're all refurbs, and they cost more than the launch price of the actual brand new ones. It's ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, they're like $50 more for refurbished ones if you go to Best Buy. If you're lucky enough to find one. They don't exist in Canada. It's very bizarre. But
Maybe because there's low demand. Like in Mozambique, for example, there's no Series X's as well.
I don't know that Microsoft's still making them. It's been like this for months where you just can't find them. Very, very
That's
weird.
because
I don't know
Mental
what
doesn't
they're doing.
live in the real world.
What?
Yeah.
Mental doesn't live in the real world.
Lives in
Well-
Canada, Cozy.
He lives in Canada.
All right. So mental is here for the gaming crash. Cozy, let's assume this leads to a gaming crash. Are you with it? Or are you against it?
I'm always against bad
Being with
things
it.
happening for people. Because the gaming
Oh,
crash means layoffs and all that jazz.
oh yeah.
I'm always going to stand against that. I can't be like, get jolly any place I know someone else is suffering.
You're always happy when the chat is roasting the shit out of me, but then you're gonna
I
turn around and say that.
you
What are you
don't
doing,
count.
Cozy?
You don't count as a person. No, you don't count as a person. We can debate your personhood. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I think I to be clear, I think a
What?
reset would be good for the industry long term. It'll be better for the industry.
We're just
than
gonna
letting
let
it
that
continue
keep
like it
going.
is.
All right.
I
We're
think
gonna. All right.
I
All right then.
think basically fundamentally for me personally, looking at this game reset will be really terrible largely for like larger companies.
What about for gamers?
For gamers that have expectations of larger companies, I think it'll be terrible for them. For
So
gamers that
Ty would
yes,
stop playing
yes.
video games.
Those are the people that suffer. Like people that are like locked in on like some free to play
Movie,
game
movie games and stuff like
or
that.
cheap games, they will be affected less. Like if you imagine if you play like World of
Schedule one.
Warcraft or yeah, this isn't gonna affect you much.
All right. All right. Matt, would it be a good thing if the crash happened? If a crash happened?
I mean, I'm kind of with Cozy in that I don't love. I don't know that I would be like stoked about it, considering the real life implications of it for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
But uh, you know, I guess to Mental's point of like it actually being maybe beneficial in the like the very long term, I wouldn't disagree with that. I think
Yeah.
it would be quite devastating for a lot of people, probably myself included, honestly, considering the kind of games I play.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I could see it paying off in the long term, but at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and be like, "Yeah, this is awesome.
Pom
Uh,
poms.
let's do it."
Yeah,
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
yeah. And to be clear, I mean, I'm never in favor of seeing
Yeah, yeah.
people suffer, right? But I
We
do
know you're in
think
favor of
long
it.
term, with a decent reset, like gaming's become so bloated. There's so many games that
Mhm.
have like hours of cutscenes that add greatly to the cost of the game, but add very little to the actual experience of the game. And the way you see prices going up, it's these games cost too much. Well,
Mhm.
stop adding so much bloat. Stop making the map full of things to do. Right? Gaming used to be much simpler and a lot less costly and arguably more fun. That's why I think it would be potentially better in the long run.
I'm not laughing at you, man. I'm not laughing at you.
I think
Ty is
Loke just
crashing out.
farted and he's
Ty is crashing out.
Dude, Ty's been crashing out in the chat this whole show. He's just been Ty's been crashing out for like 4 months.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. God damn.
You got. I feel like Ty is like having an argument with us. Like Ty has us in his head saying things that we're not saying, and he's arguing with the things that people in his head are saying.
Oh my god.
oh my.
And I don't know
up,
how
man. Pull
I'm
him
a
up.
joker, Ty.
Pull him up,
I
man.
don't get what you're even talking about. I don't know.
Oh. Oh boy. Alright.
Yeah, we need
I
an
feel like I
AI
should
summary.
I feel like I should pay Ty for making me so happy. God damn.
AI would.
Anyways, Ty
Can you
says
super
you
chat the
guys.
chat?
No, just him specifically. God damn. I haven't laughed that hard in a while. Ty is saying you guys are jokers. Say the truth. Talk about Fable. Talk about Outer Worlds 2. Talk about Death Stranding. Talk about Gears of War. Talk about Ghost of Yote, Monster Hunter Wild, Kingdom Come 2. How would it pay off? Someone on this panel answer this question,
Hold on.
please.
I just explained that.
Yeah,
Say, mentor, explain it, right? Like you're
Again?
talking to your kid, to your child.
Wait,
Explain it like that.
like you're talking to your kid who's having a tantrum, who's been having a tantrum
Yes,
for a long
Sit
time.
down and listen. No, sorry.
yes,
Uh,
yes.
Yeah, no, ultimately, if you look at some of the major problems in the industry right now, look at Ubisoft. They've basically killed their company through just unnecessary bloat and expense, right? So a reset in that regard brings them back to the fundamentals. And when you get back to the fundamentals, you can build games that are much more efficient, probably more enjoyable because they're not just filled with unnecessary crap that just consumes time for the sake of consuming time. Gamers are happier because game prices can come back down. And ultimately, that type of a reset, you'll be better off in a healthier business that can employ more people.
I don't know.
I think I broke a sweat. Laughing. Jesus.
I don't know what that noise is.
Every
Oh my
business
God.
goes through stuff like this, right? Like gaming's not the only industry that's struggling right now. It's all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah, like I just don't know. I don't know where the whole I'm a Joker or where Joker's part came into this. Because I also specifically said
Listen.
it would probably suck for me specifically because of the kind of games I play. The exact kind of games
you play. Yeah.
because the exact kind of games that he mentioned right there. I specifically said that for me. So like I don't know.
Listen, I want you guys to cut him some slack. He used to call people losers. The names are evolving, all right? So y'all need to cut Tyler some slack. That's my guy. That's my guy. He's calling people different names now. Wow.
That's fair.
Usually it's the chat laughing at my expense. The first time this has actually happened the opposite way, and long may it happen. Like I hope this happens every fucking Friday. I'm looking forward to it. God damn, that was fun.
Yeah.
So we didn't have time to look at the triple I initiative showcase 2025 because Cozy baited the master of baiting.
That's a
Well done,
human being.
Cozy. I tip my hat to you. Well done.
I bet
That
you
was
like that.
that was You did it so well, Cozy. How would I not like it? Mental. Cozy, don't lean into it. Don't lean into it because I'll lean harder.
Oh, I don't want to hear
Mental.
about you and harder at all.
Mental. Mental.
Mm-hmm.
Before,
This-
before,
oh,
That's low.
20 seconds.
it is going to, it's, it's going to the end of the podcast. This was fun. This was fun. Mental.
Yes.
Before we hop on out of here, please plug your channel. Tell people where they can find you, etc., etc.
You don't even know
Well,
what etcetera means.
you can find me at Mental9R on X, PlayStation, Xbox,
Sure,
Steam,
Cozy.
and just about anywhere else you can play games. But I am at Caffeine Entertainment on YouTube and Rumble if you like Rumble. I don't know if you do or not. But anyways, I am there as well. And yeah, I've dropped a couple new videos in the last couple days. So yeah, go for it. Check it out. Much appreciated.
What are the videos on, Mental?
One is I'm revisiting the PlayStation Portal after I've had it now just about 4 months, so it's kind of a update on that and my thoughts on it. And the other one is just a quick unboxing of the Last of Us controller.
That's a real fan, people.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Like, this is a proper The Last of Us fan
Hey.
right here.
Got the
I've said
hot
it a million
rabbit.
times. I'm a sucker for limited edition stuff. So, but it's actually a really nice looking controller.
Right.
Oh, and I used Microsoft rewards points to get
Oh,
Best Buy
you
gift certificates to
using the Microsoft
cut that
rewards
cost.
like a demon.
Yeah,
Whoa,
I
wait,
always
you
use my
use
Microsoft
Hold on,
reward.
Mental.
Yeah,
I want everyone to grasp the
what I'm
level
doing?
of
Yes.
shithousery that this man.
Yeah.
This is not even hacking. This is an insult. All right, this
Yeah.
man is using Microsoft rewards points
To buy
to buy
PlayStation gear.
PlayStation gear. That's what's
Yeah.
happening right now, people.
Yeah. Did that with
Whoever
my
works at
first
Best Buy,
PS5 too. Yeah.
okay, whoever works at Best Buy, whoever works at PlayStation watching this, we have a problem. All right, we need to figure this out. Make it so Best Buy does not let people use Microsoft rewards to buy
Well,
PlayStation stuff.
yeah. Well, they don't know, right? You just cashing it in on the rewards site. You get your Best Buy gift card thing emailed to you. You print it
Mental,
out, and away you go.
Canada is not that far from Texas. All right, don't try me.
It's not that far, and I live in the Texas of Canada.
Deep in the
So
heart of Texas.
What's the Texas of Canada?
Alberta is often referred to as Texas North.
Why?
So,
Why? What happens?
very similar kind of industry, right? Like we're heavily in oil here. We have more oil
Oh,
than
you guys
we're
have
third
cowboys.
largest. Yeah, third largest oil reserves in the world in our province.
Deep in the
Huh?
heart of
Just
Texas.
like we have
Texas.
98% of Canada's proven oil reserves are here.
Nice. Nice. I would
And not
ask
to
about the
mention,
demographics just to confirm that it's Texas-like, but let's not get political.
What do you know about the demographics?
we can talk offline.
You know,
Yeah, we'll
like,
talk offline. Yeah, we'll
what,
talk
they
offline.
aren't your people?
Cozy, please tell people where they can find you. Plug your channel.
You
Go
can
ahead.
find me here. You know where you can find me. You can find me here on Fridays. It's the only day I'm exclusive right now. Fridays, you can find me here, or you can find me getting wasted with Wise. Or not getting wasted
Alright.
at all, but still just being sassy with Wise.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Matt, plug your channel. Tell people they can find you, what you're up to.
You find me on YouTube. Matt Likes Games. Videos every week on the channel. Podcasts every week. I'll stream games a couple times a week. So check that out. Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern is the L3R3 podcast with myself, Hard Days, Mike,
Hey.
It's Me Twan. Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern is the two-player podcast with myself and Ham Solo. That's where you can find me. And as well as here, 4 p.m. Eastern on Fridays.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
You can find anything from like
Uh,
a bottle full of bub.
Ham, would you like to plug anything before we hop out of here?
Trailer Park Boys.
Mass Effect. You're on the second one, right? Yeah. Okay. So
Go.
nice,
Can we
nice.
talk about how the whole scene of getting with Jack is like a great contribution to like video games and under like Mass Effect's love of other sci-fi franchises is a very chef's kiss way, and if you haven't seen a lot of the other franchises, it's like you don't immediately recognize what they've done.
It's
But
exceptional. It is pretty exceptional. Breaking
yeah,
out of the
but like the
prison.
references.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty special. Oh shit! Darius he says my forehead is going third party. Listen, listen. I don't know if it's Nintendo, PlayStation, or Xbox, but whoever's willing to pay for this exclusive property, I'm selling. All right, I'm selling. I'm
Hmm.
just saying. Uh, Ham, just just a just a small little suggestion for the last mission on Mass Effect 2. Like have a dedicated stream just for the last mission.
No, no, no. Don't do him
What
like
do you
that.
mean no?
Don't do
What?
him like that. Don't
I'm
do
just
him
saying.
like that. He's just trying to catch you slacking in 4K. Don't do him like that. I'm sorry,
Listen,
Ham. I gotta tell you. I
listen.
gotta tell you straight up. I'm gonna tell you
I'm,
straight up, Ham. Don't
it'll be
because
great
you're gonna
content.
because he wants to catch you making he wants to catch your mistakes in real time. That's all that he's saying.
No, dude, I've never
He
even played
wants to
Mass
catch
Effect 2.
he wants to see your face when you fail at
Is that
something.
right? Is that true? You've never played Mass Effect 2?
I've j-
Really?
I've just
You've
heard
not,
good things about the last mission. That's all
Oh,
I've heard.
nah, he's lying. He's setting you up for failure.
Listen, Ham, Ham, do it. It'll be peak content for the
No,
channel. I
no,
promise
I'm
you.
telling you,
I
Hamothy. I'm telling you, Hamothy, he's setting you up for failure. He's setting you up to basically be like jaw dropped, watching your failures play out on. No, no, because
dude, Ham, I'm
no,
telling you.
don't do it.
Listen,
Don't
listen,
listen to him.
listen. Right? Don't just set it up on YouTube.
Wait, wait, no, no,
Like
no.
we'll
Hamothy,
go to
which one
Twitter.
of us
We'll
loves Mass
announce it.
Effect and which one of us has said I don't even play it? I'm telling you, I, as the person who loves Mass Effect, Loke done said at this minute he doesn't even play it. He's setting you up for failure. For failure. He's setting you up to be like upset with yourself, to be emotionally devastated, to not even in a good way, just in like, well, now I gotta replay the game way. Don't listen to him. Me, that's why he's
Oh
laughing
man.
because he knows that's what he's setting you up
Uh,
for.
listen, I know, but I'm telling you, it's going to be awesome content. I'm
No,
just saying,
no, no.
Matt,
yeah.
ride with
Yeah.
me, and
Right with you, what?
a dedicated episode just for the last mission of
I
Mass
think
Effect.
I think Ham should do what he wants.
Oh
I
my god!
think
All right,
Ham should
all right,
enjoy it the
fine,
way he wants to enjoy it.
Hamothy,
fine.
you need to protect your peace. Don't listen
No,
to Loke.
I'll just say, Mass Effect 2 is a very stressful game, especially that last mission.
See,
That's all I'll
oh,
say.
I thought you didn't play
Yeah,
it.
and I don't even
I
remember it.
thought you didn't play it, Loke. I thought you didn't play it.
It's the best trilogy of all
Wait,
time.
wait,
Come
wait,
on,
wait.
what
But
are we
I thought
talking
you
about?
didn't play it. Didn't you just say you didn't play
I
it?
was trying to bait the dude, but fine, Cozy, you're gonna ruin it. But I'm telling you, Ham,
Okay, so you're a
still,
liar. That's all
still,
I'm
it's
hearing.
going to be awesome. I'm telling you, dude. It's just one episode, just the last mission. Make sure everyone comes through. It'll be worth it. Even if it's just 30 minutes, it'll be worth it. Promise. Dear Easy, get your money low. Hopefully, it's enough to make the trip to Texas with the green card. Dude, I'm also working on getting the fart jars gone and shipped. I'm trying. I'm doing my best
Fart,
to
you
get to
guys
Texas.
sell fart jars, feet pics, and I
I'm
got a third option, but we can gotta talk about it off camera.
we'll talk offline. We'll talk offline. If it's OnlyFans, it's already open, Cozy. It's too late. I've only
But
got like 2
not, but
subscribers.
not the subscription that I'm setting up. I'm going to set you up for life.
All right, good stuff. Thank you. Thank you. On it. On it. Anyways, that was a hell of a detour. Thank you, everyone, for coming through and watching Bullsitting on TSWS. We do this every single Friday. Make sure to like and share this out on your way out. We don't stream on weekends, but Monday through Friday we always have a stream, whether it's a video game or a podcast. Make sure to ring the bell so you can get notified when it comes through. Memberships are live as well. I'm trying to get my green card. Y'all make sure to sign up. It's What do you mean go back? What do you mean go back, Ham? Stop it. Everyone knows I'm in Mozambique. It's $1. It's just $1. Please sign up for memberships. There's channel emojis, etc., etc. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see you on Monday for everything plus gaming. Goodbye.
They said we said